who can remember what all happened last time?
We went to the elemental plane of air, and we looted a temple.
That did happen. I played a moron.
That's a different campaign.
Oh yeah, how does that go?
Hey, he was not a moron. You leave Pebbles alone.
It made me realize that I like running games better than playing games.
Fuck.
Damn.
I don't know if that was an insult so much as that's just Colin's realization.
All right, but give me a quick rundown. I know it's been 2 weeks, and last week we had a week off for.
We let Tommy run a session like once every year or so.
We had a combat against some boys, some zombie boys. We then found the remnants of that unit of fish elves, and they told us some dude with a weird hat and some dude riding some serpents went further down. We went further down and found Klaus, his, like, I'm assuming father and brother, and then
yeah, Colin told us
Kraken.
That.
No, I like Alakul assumes father and brother. He's pretty sure about it. We've never been explicitly told that's who they are.
That is essentially what happened. Last time you did continue your descent down into the depths of the Deepwater Lake, running into the remnants of the, basically, garrison, the guards that were guarding it. These were the lowliest recruits, typically sent out very early on to get some experience on patrol and things like that, and meet up with other more experienced troops. Klaus had let them live, actually, not needing all of them turned to basically undead to slow you down. He just needed, or to stop you. He didn't want to kill you, he just wanted to slow you down. And he absolutely succeeded at that. You did take a short rest after that, and that is what gave... as soon as you took that short rest, I sent Beaver a message that Klaus gets the dagger, because if you took any rest during that descent, Klaus got the dagger. He was first to it.
But if I recall,
you are not attuned to it. You merely have managed to get it. Continuing, you sort of got them back. Got them back on their fins. Wink, wink. Know what I'm saying? But no, you sort of rallied them and sent them back up towards the surface while you continued downwards. But now knowing that Klaus for sure was there, not only that, flanked by 2 bone nagas. Those bone nagas, of course, the mounts to his father and his brother, which you can only surmise. After having, I forget who it was that talked to Gen about making sure that his father and brother got freed from the dungeons beneath the palace. But apparently he did it, so...
Shit. This is my own fault.
Continuing downwards, you ran into another brief encounter, this with drowned maidens. They had basically hair that was like a web that extended out across the a sort of closed-in point of this pit, basically forming a web of black hair that you couldn't really see in the black darkness below you. You had to fight your way through that, you know, managed to do so, continue your way downwards. It actually, the pits, because you were descending down like a vertical shaft, and once you hit a certain point, it opened up, as if you passed through a layer into a much larger basin. And from there, you actually, had Bruce's father and brother help guide you to him. Arriving just in time to see Klaus, or not Bruce's, Klaus's father and brother, same person, different character. Just in time to see Klaus, pull the dagger out from what appeared to be a scaly, sort of watery pedestal. Very simple looking dagger. It is not particularly ornate or impressive at all, but it does have this, basically, almost like a decorative pommel that's, or a setting for a gem on the pommel that currently has no setting in it. But as soon as he pulled it out, the water began to roil and churn, and 2 great yellowy eyes opened from beneath you, from seemingly out of the darkness around you. And that's when you learned that really he didn't want you hurt or killed. He just wanted you slowed down. But he did slowed down enough that he could get there first, but also so that you would arrive whenever he had already gotten it and help him deal with whatever was down here. That's kind of where we're at. You see that the water churns. It almost seems to boil and bubble. It spins you, and you're almost turned about before it dies down a little bit again. And you find yourself basically having been whipped around, surrounded by basically blackness. You can just barely make out the bottom below you, but the sand of the bottom actually seems to shiver and shake, and great clouds of dust and sort of detritus rise up as you realize the bottom was merely covering the massive body of some terrible aqua serpentine form. Two eyes stare at you from this vast darkness around you, and that is when you go ahead and roll initiative.
I did want to ask, but I didn't want to interrupt. Were we able to use hit dice before we arrived here?
You didn't, unless you took a short rest, no.
I wasn't sure if that travel would be.
Oh wait, I forgot.
I mean,
Rolling initiative and stepping up
rest,
to help
yeah.
the kid for something.
Oh no, it's the eye blur, Colin.
The eye blur! Actually, that is not even the right initiative. I need to change it because I forgot to put the right stats on. The eye blur.
The eye blur?
I'm clicking my initiative, it's not rolling.
Oh my god, Connor.
Okay, 1 second.
Connor, did you roll on the combat tracker?
That is the correct initiative.
Baba booey, baba booey.
It's alright, I can roll Connor's initiative. Although I
Maybe let's go.
turn this music a little bit.
We should use the portent dice on Connor's initiatives.
Your portent dice is 12. Alright, swirling. Water buffets you, spinning you about. As you can see, it almost faintly rising up from basically below you. The form of the serpentine form, the scaly form that has now revealed itself, almost seems covered in tentacles that have cruel and wicked barbs on them, ending in hooks that look almost like clawed hands. But at the same time, the water seems to coalesce and form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tentacles.
Just like.
And the two eyes stare at you. As the tentacles form, they close. Phew. Alright. Bruce Buttboy. King of the boys and the butts. You get to go first.
Bruce butt boy.
It's okay. Runa has already experienced tentacle growing once before.
Also experience being last to the initiative, so hopefully you all will get killed first.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. I
Point
should.
and dash.
You know, I've only got a modest +5 to my initiative, but I haven't rolled anything above like a 6 for the last like 4 or 5 fights.
Great.
Tell
The
Rick
size-
about it.
Size isn't everything, Luke.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. Okay. I'm gonna make an attack with the Black Messiah sword.
You're gonna do what?
First attack is a 17.
17. 17 does not hit.
Damn. Well, my second attack misses as well, so that is my turn.
Damn.
Awkwardly trying to move through the water, you rush forward. I will remind you, if now's the time to take your swim speed potions, so you don't have disadvantage on melee attacks
yeah.
and stuff.
Are we functioning under the assumption that we distributed those beforehand?
Yes, but you've distributed them, but you have not taken them yet.
We explicitly passed them out. So.
Colin, can you make the grid lines white, please?
Please.
Yeah, that would help a lot. Yeah.
Red and red color.
What, you mean the black on black doesn't work for you?
No. I prefer interracial couples.
I was waiting for that.
All right.
As soon as I said it, I was like, yep.
Actually begin. All right. But unfortunately, it goes to Henley. 2 misses from Bruce.
Unfortunately, fuck you.
Hey man, you can be Connor. Don't take it too personally.
I'm gonna get to there. Oh, I'm gonna dash to there. Actually, no. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna dash up the tentacle. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to shift.
I like it. All right.
All right, I get 10 HP, but I'll just add it. You can go to the next person.
All right. It goes to good old Klaus and his Bone Naga buddies. He is going to go 5, 30. He's gonna dash up to this one. He's gonna surround with his Bone Nagas that are also gonna dash. All right. It is going to go. All right. As a flurry of movement begins to happen, Bruce sort of rushing down to one tentacle, Henley to another, Klaus to another. Both eyes open up, and they begin to glow.
Oh, I don't like that.
But that is it for their turn, as it goes to Venta.
Woo! One sec.
You don't like that, Connor. You don't like that.
Actually looks really pretty.
This was
And
also not as like obstructive as the other one was.
I also just want to confirm, we have not
I-
seen the dagger yet, right?
I mean, you saw
thought
him literally
Klaus was
pull it
banned.
out, yes.
It is okay.
All right. I am going to. Oh, cool. Well, oh wait, no. What the hell? What? Okay, I can do that. Cool. So I'm going to cast. I'm gonna dash as my full action, as my action, and then I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon as a as a bonus. And I want to put it right behind the tentacle I'm in front of.
Okay.
So this one on the bottom right.
I'll have to make a spiritual weapon token real fast.
Is drinking a potion yourself an action?
Yes.
Okay.
And I get to make a melee spell attack. It's a 16 to hit the tentacle, Colin.
Does not hit.
Damn, alright. When you put it down, just put it on like the opposite like corner of where I'm at.
Yep.
They don't have like a token, like just like generic like sword.
They probably do.
Oh, okay.
What do you want your spiritual weapon to look like, Max?
It looks like whatever I make it as.
A dildo bat.
I mean, I can find that later.
All
Oh
right.
god, a bad dragon with a nail in it.
It's true.
Jesus Christ. Which one, though?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. It always matters.
Yeah, of course it matters.
All right, it goes. If there's nothing else from Venta, unfortunately, a miss
That's it.
from the spiritual weapon. It is going to go to everybody's favorite person, Ito.
Okay, well then I'm going to use my action, take that potion. Underwater.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Always good to use it.
So, just to confirm the effects of that, I can now move my full speed?
Yes.
Okay. Then I am going to join... I don't want to do that.
You should
but-
be able to move this token around now, Max. Try to move it around real fast.
Oh, there it is. Yep, I can move.
I'm gonna swim up to the right eye. Sorry, the left eye. My right. And as a bonus action, would I know if putting Hunter's Mark on this thing applies to the tentacles as well, since they're one entity?
Let me see, this is an elemental. It would be an Arcana check.
16.
This good Arcana check. This is all one beast, so basically putting it on the eye puts it on everything.
Okay.
All the
I
tentacles
will-
are the same, the eyes are the same monster.
I will do Hunter's Mark on the eyeball, I guess. And then my turn.
Marking everybody.
Oh, come on. I always hate trying to find fucking Hunter's Mark on here.
Just because I rarely do that, has Hunter's Mark always been a cantrip? That doesn't feel right.
Hunter's Mark isn't a can.
Why is it a cantrip on my character?
That was a first
Do you
one
get
to
it from an
spell.
item?
Is it? No, I get it from Paladin of Vengeance. Checking. Damn 5e tools being down.
It's not bad.
No, we're just gonna pick something random. Phew.
No, it's still
Well,
a
C,
spell.
C is for cantrip, right? No.
That's concentration.
Yeah, it's
Concentration, sorry.
No, like
Yeah,
it on the spell book. Oh, okay. No, it moved down now. It now shows it under 5th level. I changed tabs and it moved.
Alright, but they're
Visual
all
illusion.
being Hunter's marked. That includes the eyes. Alright. It is going to go from Ito to Alec Cool.
I drink my potion and I use my cunning action to dash And I'm going to do... Go to there. And that's it for me.
Alright.
I'll be right back. I'm going to take this dog out so she stops freaking out.
It is going to go to the tentacles turns. Oh my
Ah!
god. What will they do? What do you think a tentacle is going to do? Don't answer that, Tommy. They're going to make slam attacks, obviously.
Caress me gently.
Okay, maybe. That's a lot.
They're gonna-
Consentacles.
They're gonna suckle.
Alright. It is going to make a slam attack 1 against old Venta True Cloud. It's only going to be a 19 though.
That will hit.
Wow, so you take 13 points of bludgeoning and 7 points of acid damage.
I think plus 15 to hit. Jesus.
It is going to make a slam attack against Henley Zweisenkin. It's only going to be a 17.
That ties.
That would be 13 bludgeoning and 3 acid. Gonna make a slam attack against Bruce. 33 versus armor class.
No, I don't consider gold to the tentacles.
For 19 bludgeoning,
Ow.
3 acid.
Hang on, I think I have a reaction I can use on that. A racial. Or something. It's like a D12 or something. Looking for it. There we go. As a reaction, reduce damage dealt by 1d12 plus 2.
Boom, 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 boom.
I was gonna find it on time here. Only 8.
Well, it's still.
And
Less.
still, now it's down to 14.
I'm going to drink one of these beers that I got from Rick.
Rick, what kind of beer did you buy?
None. That was just ones my Patrick gave me, and I put a token.
Yep. Alright. Powerful.
great.
So that's their 3 attacks. This one is going to. The remaining tentacles go into dodge. These are going to actually move. Alright, they'll start closing those other tentacles in. That's gonna be it for the tentacles' turns, though. Alright. Goes to Reed.
Alright, I'm gonna make this super quick. I'm just gonna chug that potion. Then I will take a use a key point in order to cast use dash as a bonus action. And I will. Is that still in the circle?
Technically, yes.
What about there?
That's... I'd say it's right on the edge.
So that one's still in.
Yeah.
I gotta go here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is my turn.
It is.
Cool. I drink a potion. It's an action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm out, right?
That is technically out.
Cool. Bonus action. I hex the motherfucker with my packed slot.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose strength stuff. So if he grabs me, I have an easier time getting out, hopefully.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure it's... The disadvantage will make the difference. On something that has that much strength.
It might help.
It might
Is
help.
that accurate, Colin?
Is
Huh?
what?
Is that accurate with how far they go out?
It is just about accurate, yeah.
How do I do it? Right click to delete?
It's...
Click on it and press delete.
Yeah.
You go to the measurement controls, and then you click the box and hit the delete key.
There should be a
delete it.
thing in the center.
Okay, sorry.
I will delete it. All right.
Oh.
But yes, you are in fact out. It is in
Okay.
fact hexed.
Yep, that's all I can do.
All right. Are you 100% sure that's all you can do? You can also love.
I can hope and pray.
Okay.
Lament.
Do you believe? In life after
love, I can feel something inside me saying, I really don't think I'm strong enough. All right, it goes to Bruce.
I'm gonna pee.
Hey,
You know, the pitch changes in that song really carry it.
alright, I'm gonna bonus action to summon my Echo right there. I'm gonna drink a potion, and I'm gonna action surge to attack this guy with my sword. If it will let me click it, fucking
Come on, click it! Click it!
Do it. You won't.
24.
24 manages to hit.
Yay, that's 8 slashing damage. I'm gonna attack it again. That's a. Well, do I have it flanked? I guess. 17 if not. 20 if so.
Is it flanked? Currently, no.
No, because it's big, yeah. Alright, so that's a 17, so I believe that misses.
17 misses.
Alright. That is my turn.
My turn. Goes to Henley.
I'm gonna rage.
You didn't say it like Grog.
I would like to rage.
You didn't say it like Critical Role.
I tell the Leviathan to suck my cock. That's how I rage.
It feels nothing.
Alright. I'm gonna get the tail,
Okay.
and I'm gonna slash it with my sword. I got 27 on the first hit.
Hey, that'll hit.
I got 18 on the second hit.
18 will also hit.
I got 13. That one missed.
That will not hit.
I'll be right back.
$22 damage total, Colin.
Nice. Alright. Taking off big chunks out of this tentacle.
That's my turn.
I go to Klaus. And Klaus and the boys, they're gonna be smart here. And get out the way. Gonna miss. It's gonna hit for. I'll have to reroll damage. 28 points of 13 points of damage. And then Klaus is wielding the dagger, which is currently just a +2 dagger since he is not attuned to it, going to make an attack roll. Let me open up my Klaus sheet. Go Klaus sheet. Alright. And Klaus deals 26 points of damage to it. Okay. You can see that Klaus and his buddies, his Bone Naga daddy and brother, are doing work. But that's it for Klaus. It goes to the eyes. Connor, make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Just want to check something. Did we ever determine if Aura of Protection is reflected in my numbers?
I have no clue. Let me look it up.
My rage isn't, so it might not be. Actually, if you hover over, it'll tell you what's calculated into it.
That's true. Thank you.
It says whenever you or a friendly creature, so it is you as well.
Hang on, hover over how, Rick?
If you have the little pop-up menu on Boundary and you hover over it, it'll tell you what's calculated into it.
But it is you too, Connor, so you don't have to look it up. It is you.
No,
So
no, I'm trying
if I
to see
hover
if
over my armor class, it says +1 dexterity, +3 con, +1 dual wielder, and then +1 for my item.
Okay, so... Okay, so Colin, I want to show you this real quick, just because I want to make sure this is a pivotal moment. I want to make sure I'm not cheating unintentionally.
Well, I don't know what you're saying that you're cheating on. Aura of Protection literally says it's you or another creature.
I know what the thing says, but the character
He
sheet...
doesn't know if it's added into the points already.
What Rick's talking about shows everything for my armor class, but my Constitution saving throw just has +6.
You have a +1 from having 12 Constitution, and you have a +5 from your bonus.
So that's what I thought, but it didn't say that like it does armor class. So I want to
That's
make
the only
sure.
thing that makes sense to me.
That's what makes sense to me.
Unless you, I don't think you are proficient with. Are you proficient with Constitution saving throws?
I can't recall where that shows.
Uh,
I don't think so because they don't have check marks, right?
y-
Wisdom and Charisma has a check mark.
yeah, it would be check marked for
So,
proficiency.
so +6 is accurate.
+6 is accurate.
Cool.
Yes, and it does. It says it gives you a 4 on saves from Aura of Protection, 1 on saves for Cloak of Protection, then another 1. Oh yes.
Where does it say that?
If you click on your saves, saving throws, just click on it and it will say saving throw modifiers, +4 on saves, Aura of Protection, +1 on saves, Cloak of Protection. And then +1 from your actual Constitution. +6 total.
Okay, I'm not fully seeing where you're saying that, but I got an 11.
An 11 total.
Yep, I rolled a 5.
Alright. You see as immediately close to them, Ito is petrified. And he begins sinking down into the roiling mass of tendrils below him.
Well, that's scary.
Only a little.
I have to let the dog out. I'll be right back. Is that it?
That being said, that does firing off their thing does close the eyes. I will go to bam, bam. All right. That will be it for the eyes. They've fired off their shot. Unfortunately, Ito has been petrified.
I do want to check, just I doubt it, but the petrification is magical in nature.
I'll
Just
say yes.
Just checking.
I'll say yes.
Okay. If somehow it was because he's doing acid damage, so if it's somehow related to disease, I'm immune to that.
It is not disease. It is not disease related. Neither is the acid disease related. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Letting the dog out. I'll be back.
All right.
Did somebody leave? Oh yeah.
Yep.
Somebody leave?
I accidentally hit a button and it disconnected me.
Oh well, now you're gonna have to take forever to load in.
No, from the Discord call.
Oh, well that's good. All right, that's it for the eyes themselves. It goes. I gotta start remembering to use his legendary actions.
Nah, man, just don't worry about those.
It goes to Venta.
Nice. Okay. I am going to swing with the thingamajigger, the spiritual weapon as a bonus action. That's a 18 to hit.
18 does just manage to hit.
All right, and it takes. What was the damage? I think it was
I'm
a
back.
D8. Yes, 1d8. Cool. $1d8 plus 2.
It deals 69 damage.
6 points of damage. And now I'm going to use my actual attack. Oh, was I not hitting my button that whole time?
I don't know. What are you? I'm just waiting for you to tell me what you rolled to hit and how much damage you do.
Oh, so yeah, I didn't hold my button the whole time. I hit it wrong. Oh, fuck me. So yeah, that's a 29 on the first to hit, on the first attack, a 25 on the second to hit.
Yeah.
The first for 15, the second for 16 damage. If I remember which button my push to talk is, that would have not happened.
All right. Continuing powerful blows. Oh. Anything else?
That's it.
Venta. It's going to go to Ito, who is going to. Well, he's paralyzed, so he's going to sink down to the bottom. Alright. Goes to.
Oh, does that break my concentration, I'm guessing?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So it triggers Hunter's Mark. Guys, help, I'm dying.
No, not the Hunter's Mark. Oh no, I'm so far away.
You reap what you sow, Ito.
Not
You
the
reap what
Hunter's
you
Mark.
sow.
Alright. It's gonna go to Alec Cool. Ito is currently petrified.
Well, pretty sure I don't have anything that can get rid of that.
Quick, we need more clerics with lesser restorations.
Lesser restoration does not say petrified.
This is not a standard thing, obviously.
Okay.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
I mean, it's not, whatever. I
Yes,
will
they
waste
will
the
get
spell
caught.
slot, because Connor's an idiot. A lesser restoration, Connor.
Why, thank you.
Alright, you're able to stop yourself before falling down into the roiling mass of baby clawed tentacles.
That's
The
terrifying.
abyss.
And then I fucking used my last 30 feet of movement, since I had to dash to do that, to go away from Connor again.
Alright. You don't want to be near him, he's bad luck.
A lot of his characters do be dying.
Alright. Hey, I'll actually use a legendary action. I remembered this time. It's going to make a attack against... it'll make an attack against old Venta. How about that?
Alright.
Hey, rolled real low. It's only a 17.
No, that hits.
Wow, that is 19 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of acid damage.
Fuck. Venta, not looking too hot.
Alright. Tentacles. Tentacruel. She's gonna move towards Reed and make a slam attack. Help if I kept the sheet open. It's gonna be a 28 versus armor class,
That's gonna hit.
or 18 bludgeoning and 5 acid.
Ouch.
This one will make a slam attack against Henley. It's gonna be a only gonna be a 20.
That hits.
Are you gonna smack it to the side with your tail?
Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot. I forgot about that.
No.
Yeah, I deflected. That's 23 armor class.
All right, you use your tail to swat it to the side. Bruce, this one is going to attack your spirit. $18.
That, I believe. Yep, that hits it. Pops it.
Alright, but it does pop it, but it does take the hit for you. That is it for them. They are going to be... 1, 2, 3, 4. These tentacles are going to continue closing in. And they can only move 4. Okay. It goes to Reed.
Alright, revenge on this tentacle. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll start off with, you know, the usual unarmed strike. That's a 19.
Hey, it does hit.
Alright. 1 second. Okay, apparently it wasn't that one. I thought someone knocked on my door. Alright. And we will just, you know, go with what works. Continue. No, that's 12.
Unfortunately not.
And bonus action, I'm not going to use a key point. I'm just going to go ahead and do the extra strike.
God damn it.
That's a 20 for 7.
I'm sorry.
So he takes 21.
Alright. Pummeling into the tentacle. You do land a couple of pretty powerful blows. There's sort of blackish, disgusting ichor that is beginning to ooze into the water.
Thank you. Sorry.
Alright. Anything else from Reed?
No, unfortunately, that's all I got.
It goes to Aruna.
Oh, baba booey, baba booey. Uh, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Get away from the tentacle that's coming after you. Okay. I don't think it's gonna do too much. Alright, we're gonna try something while people aren't in the way, I think. No, we're not, because I changed the spells. God damn it, I'm a fool, everybody. You know, we're just gonna try the old fireball and see if it's resistant to fire first off. No, actually, we're gonna just firebolt the tentacle beside Venta, I believe.
You're going to fireball, you said?
I'm gonna firebolt the tentacle to see if it's resistant to fire damage first. See if it does
Everything is,
anything.
remember?
Would you
Yeah,
like...
Oh yeah,
Everything
it's
underwater.
Everything
underwater, right?
underwater is resistant to... yeah.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Did
Shouldn't
you
have had-
cast lightning bolt?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but also
Kill
that's
everything.
yeah, it's probably not gonna be very good. But you know,
It's a good thing Karak was not here.
yeah, right. All right, yeah, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna
It's not
third
like he has
level
fireball anymore.
this tentacle over here, Colin. I'm gonna third level lightning bolt it. And
Give
see
it-
what happens.
The lightning bolt.
It's rolling very slowly. Damn, that's pretty good damage.
Pretty good damage. Let's see if it'll make the DC. Let's see. Here's Leviathan's DC. I believe its dexterity saves are actually pretty damn good.
Probably.
It's only a 17 though. Not quite
One
enough.
short.
One short.
31 points.
31 points of damage.
Now, can I? How does the lightning spread in the water, like beyond the normal, too?
A little bit, but not far.
Okay.
It doesn't like arc all the way up to like the other tentacles, because then it would also arc to Venta and Ito.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. So I was just asking. Okay. Well, you can use lightning, so that's good. Okay, well, that's it for me.
All right.
Goddamn fire.
Goddamn fire. All right. Is that it for Aruna?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. What is this? Okay. A slam attack is 2 legendary actions. Check. Okay. Should have used its fucking legendary resistance. It will use its last legendary action to 1, 2, 3, move a tentacle. Alright, it goes to the top of the round with Bruce.
Move down here. Use my bonus action to pop a clone up against this guy. It's got right there.
Popping a clone.
Pop the clone.
There you go.
Yeah. I will make 2 attacks. One's a crit,
Hey, that's
the other's
good.
a 24.
The 24 hits, obviously, for 11 points. Well, okay. And your crit does max damage.
That's 14. Is that plus another weapon
Plus
die?
another, plus
one?
another weapon die for a magic weapon.
So that's 16 on the second attack.
16 on the second attack.
And that is it for me.
Alright. It goes from Bruce to Henley.
I'm gonna attack the tentacle in front of me. Uh, 28.
A 28 will hit.
It is 13 damage. That 16 is not gonna hit.
Unfortunately not.
Oh, I'm sorry. That first move was 15 damage because of my rage. I mean, 16. 16. And then the third attack's also a miss.
Alright. You continue darting around throughout the water, slashing at it with your swords, and catch one pretty good blow, but the other two just beat up against its scaly hide. Alright.
That's my turn.
Go to Klaus and slash the Nagas. Klaus will make his attack. Gotta have to go to Klaus's page. Because I'm on Ito's. Alright. Alright, Klaus attacks with the dagger. And the dagger is enough to push him up over the edge, because he would have missed otherwise. 4 damage. These bad boys are actually going to round slightly. They are going to use the Bone Naga's abilities to cast Bony Shield on you, Alec-Cool. You have +2 armor class.
Right on.
And this one is going to then Bony Shield Klaus as well. Right. It is going to go to the eyes. They start glowing again. Its eyes grow wide, appearing from the darkness, beginning to glow brightly. Glittering, its scaly protection revealing the inner soft workings within. I don't know how much more obvious I can make it. It goes to Venta.
Sorry, I was picking my nose.
You were picking your nose?
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
Okay.
that's what I was doing.
Mm,
I'm gonna hit this guy again. Or, well, no. Carl, I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity. I'm gonna go right there.
Alright, you're going to take the attack of opportunity. It will, the tentacle rears back and slams down into you. It's a crit.
damn.
It is 20 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of acid damage.
Alright, well, I'm dead.
Ow.
Never mind. Venta might actually just die.
So, would you like to portent dice that down to a 12?
Oh.
I'd be okay with it.
Oh, I was about to say that. I don't know, it seems
It
like
will,
for the
it
group.
will
Yeah?
still hit, but it will not be a crit, so it will not be dealing max damage.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll port
I
it dice
can't
down.
wait.
Can't wait for
Can't
this.
wait for it to roll max damage.
I can't wait for Colin to roll max damage.
No, I can look at the damage. The damage
I mean,
is...
I always roll max damage.
The damage would be...
Alright, max dies anyway.
No,
9.
never mind. We need the portent dice for
The,
Oh,
the damage is without the without the crit is only 14.
Alright, yeah, that'll work.
Not too bad he dies.
I'm not down, but I'm getting it.
Alright.
I am going to first level spell Guiding Bolt. The eyeball in front of Ito.
Alright.
That's a it's a 14 to hit.
Oh. these are stationary, so you have advantage on this.
Oh.
It's a dexterity save, right? Or no, it's attack range attack roll. Yes, since they're
It's a range
stationary, you hit them. You have advantage. Not enough, unfortunately.
All right.
Man,
That's me.
Connor's about to go the way of Aerith against Sephiroth.
Not necessarily true. Connor does get to go before the eyes.
Yeah, but he's just as useless.
Possibly true. If there's nothing else from Venta, it does go to Ito.
That is nothing else from Penta.
All right. I am going to.
Just saying, Eris had plenty of use.
Already done, Lou. Speaking lies.
She made me feel things I never thought I could feel in a video game, Connor.
I am so okay. Just to confirm before I do this, Hunter's mark is gone.
It is
right?
gone. You lost your concentration upon petrification.
Okay. I am going to stab the eye.
Alright, it is, like I said, the eyes don't move, so you have advantage on attack rolls against it.
Well, that's handy.
Rolls
Did
2
you-
1s.
Do I have to announce smite before I do that? I can't.
Technically
No.
no. You can wait until you
Okay.
see if it hits. In fact, you can wait until you see if it crits and announce smite.
Smite actually has that in the description too.
Yep, that is literally the way it's...
That is a 22.
22 will hit it. For 10 points of damage.
Oh no, the Ashen Inquisitor is out. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I'll put smite on that.
Alright.
Divine smite.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's not how that works. Do I really have to just roll that manually? Okay.
Yeah, the 2d8.
2d8 and then 1 per. Yeah, I'll just do.
That's
I'll
your...
just do a level 1 spell slot.
Okay.
$15.
Right. Minus another 15 points of damage. Alright. The initial cut with the Ashen Inquisitor causes it to flinch, but as it bursts forth with basically avenging light, the eye snaps shut.
Ah, I see.
And it closes. And obviously its aura dies down as well. You did beat the damage threshold to cause it to close. Alright.
Okay, as my bonus action. Actually. Yeah, 'cause I wouldn't be able to make it. For my bonus action, I'm gonna Misty Step. Here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna move here. Can I make another attack?
If you still have attacks that you can
I
make.
have one more
yes.
attack. Let me drop that Misty Step spell slot. I will make one more attack. Was it 22 for 12 damage?
2 for 12. Good damage.
Yeah. I will do one more smite on that.
Good idea. The 12 is not enough to close its eyes.
Oof, 5. Fuck.
Fuck. Unfortunately, the eye remains open. Does not quite hit the threshold to close it.
Oh, that's not good. Alright, that's me tapped out.
It is going to use its legendary action to 1, 2.
Oh, I don't like that. Discounting.
There we go. Nope.
Its tentacle's just moving to me.
I can use a legendary action to move a tentacle. Alright, it goes to Alec Cool.
I always think I look cool.
Well, you'd be wrong.
I'm gonna use my wild shape to do the starry form. Why do I have to do it like that? And I'm going to choose the chalice for the healing. And then cunning action to dash over there.
Gang rape.
What what form did you choose?
Chalice.
Okay.
Alright. Was that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It goes to tentacles. One is gonna
Wait, why did I move that far? It's maybe right there.
one is going to move to Aruna and attack. Aruna can't keep getting away with it.
It's true.
Alright. Help if I could. There we go. Slam attack against Aruna. It's gonna be a 26.
Hit no matter what.
For 15 points or 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of acid damage.
Yep.
It is going to make a attack against Henley with this one down here. That is only going to be a 25.
Only. It
You-
hits.
I would say you might be able to deflect it, right?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Max, yeah.
I don't.
It is 11 points of bludgeoning and 5 points of acid. Obviously, the bludgeoning you're resistant to. It will... has one more slam attack on its turn. I'm going to... it is going to make one attack against Alec Cool. 21 versus armor class.
Nope,
Alright.
not with that +2 bonus.
You managed to deflect it to the side
How long does that bonus last, by the way?
until the end of until it drops the concentration, or a minute, basically.
Okay.
Oh no, 10 minutes. It's actually for 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
What bonus is that?
They've got Klaus's buddies are shielding
Oh,
Klaus
that's right.
and Alec. So you know, they're not all bad. That is going to be it for its turn. Or no, actually, this is going to this one's going to move. 1, 2. There you go. It's gonna start moving down here as well. It's gonna go to Reed.
All right. So you guys won't believe this, but I'm just going to punch it some more.
It's what he's known for. It's his signature.
You'd think it would be using his sword.
16 is not enough, unfortunately.
Alright, we'll try again. You know, you think I would be using the sword, but the annoying thing is that my unarmed strikes do more damage, so...
Yeah, but do your swords hit more?
No.
No. Alright, well then never mind.
The sword should take on your monk weapon dice.
Yes, which is the same as my unarmed strike.
So why does the unarmed strike do more damage?
Because I actually have a...
You
He
get
gave me a weapon
the kunai
that
with
gives
chain.
+1 to unarmed strikes.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that one was a 24 for 9.
9 points of damage.
And then I'm actually going to just use a key point to take the dodge action.
Not a bad idea.
Actually, I'm going to move on over to here.
Alright. Dart past it. Alright. Aruna. No, actually...
Legendary action?
I would say before anything, so I can still remember to use it, we're gonna do a legendary action. Otherwise I will forget it and turn will end and I'll lose 2 legendary actions, which I can use to make a slam attack. You know what? It'll make a slam attack against Reed, who's dodged. So it'll have disadvantage. That seems pretty, pretty fair, for the most part. Alright, Leviathan. Make your slam attack with disadvantage. Critical miss, a 16.
Damn, I didn't even need it.
Didn't even need it, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, well, it goes to Aruna.
Oh my god. Don't like this tentacle nonsense, eh? Pom 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 pom. Damn it. Sometimes you gotta sort of keep Ito alive. Tragic.
Do you?
No, not really. The eye capable of a dexterity saving throw, Colin?
It is, but it has disadvantage on them.
Oh, well, that's extra phenomenal for me. Because I'm gonna do this. Let's roll good damage, baby! That's not very good damage
It
for the
will,
spell slot.
it will be, well, let's see, it's got disadvantage. Let me keep the Leviathan stats up. So it will make its dexterity save with disadvantage. So it's gonna get a 16, it will use a legendary save.
So... well, that's unfortunate. Still takes half, right?
Still takes half.
Yeah. Half of 37.
You shot it at the eye, yes?
Yes.
I got some bad news.
Okay.
Ito, make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Knock Ito unconscious.
Did I mention that I was like low health, Tommy?
Did I mention that you were in the petrify zone again? So it's worth
Yeah,
the
I'm
gamble.
also attacking the eye.
Yeah,
that's-
and you didn't do enough damage, and none of us could do anything about that.
Just saying. I feel like if somebody else joined me.
It isn't, but it is definitely enough to close the eye.
Yep. Where's that dexterity saving throw, Ito? Let's go!
This is how he kills you, by saying, "Oh no, it was an accident."
18.
18.
Well, you just saved. You take half of 37.
He technically takes half of 37 because he would only take half damage.
Oh yeah.
Because of
Yeah,
the
not that bad.
the AOE effect of it, the way it works in the water, essentially.
Gotcha.
So, 37.
Divide by 2, divide by 2. So it's 37 is
So 9?
18 and a half, which would be 19, because you always round damage up, and then half of 19.
10.
So 10.
Yup.
But that does close the eye.
Can't believe Ito's dead.
Wait a second.
Can I No, it's not my turn.
Is there anything else from Aruna?
Well, I'm not gonna risk opportunity attack, so no.
Alright. If that's the case, it will go to Bruce.
Woo! Alright, I'm gonna do my Echo Swap. And
Echo, swing away.
poof. And then I'm going to... The risk the opportunity attack on that.
Swap would not. Are you gonna run backwards?
No,
away from
I'm
it or
talking about moving it away. Because if I move from here, from this spot, my Echo is gonna pop it into the turn anyways because it's too far away. So the question is, do I move it with me or not? And risk having it pop on the opportunities. Because these things have been rolling pretty fucking high.
Well, they have plus 15 to hit, so.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Hold on. Yeah, it's gonna pop the next turn anyway, so I'll move with it. Alright, it takes an opportunity attack.
It will take the opportunity attack. That is absolutely fair and worth the risk. It could very well miss. You never really know.
Yep.
20.
Pop.
Pops.
Damn, dude, the echoes. They're taking.
I mean, it does its job though.
Yeah,
Does
it's
do its
taking
job.
hits.
Alright, so I attack twice with my sword. The first one's a miss for 14.
Fortunately missed, but the second
Second.
one's definitely a hit.
Yep, and with 14 points of damage.
For 14 points of damage. Alright.
Now, wondering if I want to do this. Nope, I can't do it. Damn. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. It will take this opportunity to use a legendary action to
I'm a boy.
attack. I'm gonna roll at random. Let's see. It's actually gonna be an attack against Klaus. That's probably not wise. Klaus is gonna be pissed off. Critical miss
just
against
turns-
Klaus.
What if he just turns to Elikul and does power word kill?
Why
That'd be
would
sad.
Klaus do that? They're allies right now.
You said he was angry.
The tentacle is.
Oh
Tentacle
my
did
God.
so angry it critically missed on Klaus. All right, it goes
Always
from
wants everyone to die.
it goes from Bruce to Henley.
Alright. I'm gonna attack this one in front of me again. I have advantage, right, because of Bruce, or no?
You can get advantage just by moving there, basically.
I already am, aren't I? He's across from me.
Technically up here wouldn't be a cross. Right there is.
Oh, okay.
It's
alright.
weird because you have to cross across. The way the line has to be drawn for that, it basically has to be drawn essentially like this through there, or like
Okay.
that through there, or like that through there. But it has to be on basically two different sides, or two opposite sides. You were technically on the adjacent sides. So, but obviously you just move over a little bit, and not hard.
First one's an 18
18 just hits.
for 14 damage. Second one's a crit.
All right, you want to do that big old dick damage. Max damage, and it's currently what, a +1 weapon, so a damage
Yeah.
die on top of it.
So it's a 1d8 plus 5.
Plus another d8. Alright, 17 it looks like.
Well, plus 3 for my
Plus 3, so 20.
rage. And then my third attack. 27.
Alright, another hit. Filling the water with all sorts of black viscera as you slash into it with your bony blades.
That's only gonna be 10 damage.
I mean, that's still a lot of damage.
Yep.
Alright.
After that, though, I'm gonna take the opportunity. Like if I have to, I'm gonna go up here to assist Aruna.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, baby.
See, that one did its opportunity attack, so we'll spot him on here. It will open up the damn slam attack for 25 versus armor class.
It hits.
For 12 points of bludgeoning, obviously halved because you're raging, and 8 points of acid.
I hate that it does that whenever I like fucking do my health.
Alright. Anything
That's my turn.
else? Okay. Going to go to Klaus. Klaus is going to do his dagger attacks. Well, oh boy. Klaus just crit. So that
Nice.
is 24, 28, 32, 40, plus 2d4. Klaus dealt 46 points of damage.
God damn.
Just imagine if he had been attuned to that weapon, it would deal even more. That was a huge fucking chunk of damage, Jesus Christ. But it's still standing. It goes to the eyes. As they are going to once again open up and begin sending out their alluring, intoxicating, and beguiling light. Alright. It's going to go to Venta.
Is it though?
All right.
Max, are you talking?
Max, if you're
Oh
talking, you
shit!
didn't push
I'm
your
hitting the
fucking
wrong.
push to
I'm
talk.
I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm retarded. I'm hitting R instead of T.
No arguments here.
Yeah, we know you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Why the hell is your push to talk on your keyboard?
The fuck else it gonna be?
I have my push to talk wired to a sensor in my penis, so every time I get an erection, I am able to be heard.
All right. So I'm gonna get there with a dash.
Okay.
I'm going to action surge to attack it, and I'm going to second wind as a bonus action.
Okay. The attack has advantage on the eyes.
Cool. 10 HP on the heal. Let me swing at it. That's a crit.
Hey, deal that damage.
All right, so we max the damage, which is 12 plus 6 is 18 plus a d6. That's another 3, so that's 21 points of damage on the first attack.
All right. The eye, both eyes, slam shut. Phew, guys,
Oh,
wow.
can they still be attacked after they? Because I have another swing.
And not only that, the tentacles all shudder and begin falling away as they disappear into the depths, and you are left in basically silence. As you're left floating over the waters, the eyes slowly seep down. And there's a moment where the water is calm.
Oh no.
But it begins to swirl angrily as it begins to coalesce, solidifying into no longer into this sort of vague, large form. Oh, that is not the right thing.
Nice.
Oh, we know it's HP,
It's
easy.
so small.
It's so small. It needs to go.
Look at its HP, guys.
to.
We can beat him.
It's only several hundred.
It's right by Ito too, so it'll get him first.
All right. Is it?
Use your crossbow.
Why?
I expect it to be bigger than that.
It is sunk. It is shrunk down because you've gone through its first form.
Round 2.
Basically.
Looks like an evil.
Oi.
I bet he's good at cuddling.
It's gonna be enough. Hopefully, this will be.
He just wants a hug.
There we go. Be good enough. I just need a
When it-
representation of it.
When it was big, it looked like an evil Falcor.
All right. It is going to. That destroys that. Alright. It turns
Just
into
like-
its final form as it's going to go. That'll be good enough.
Its power energy is condensed like in an anime.
Basically.
Like
It is
Ant-Man.
going to go, if there is nothing else from Benta, it is going to go to Ito.
I have a second attack.
He does have a second.
Do you have any movement left?
How far did I move? I don't know. Can I move us 2 squares over to just get my second swing?
I'll allow
If
it.
you have movement.
Even if you don't,
Because
I'll
like
say
I
girded on by
pushed myself.
having done the last bit of damage to the eyes.
I positioned myself. I remember myself relative to the tentacles, which are all gone now. So I'm like, eh. This is no longer advantage, right? It's no longer stationary.
It is no longer stationary, but you do have advantage because you're flanking it.
Oh, hey, Lamau. Oh, 24 to hit, 16 damage.
It will hit, and it takes 16 damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
excuse me, this isn't the Redeemer's music.
19? That's not
Why
too
would
bad.
you need the Redeemer's
Sounds
music
pretty-
to fight the Leviathan? 16 or 19 is pretty good. Good enough. Alright. It goes to Ito.
Ethan is going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Word. Fourth level on himself.
That's right,
Fucking
Rachel. You shout
hell.
those healing words at you.
Are you shitting me? Alright. I mean, I guess that's not too bad.
I mean, that seems pretty damn good, actually.
And then I will make an attack action. Okay. Hang on. Does facing matter for this thing?
No.
I'm trying to visualize it, and I don't want to get swallowed.
If it wants to swallow you, it's going to turn around and
That's
swallow
a
you.
18, probably miss.
An 18 does manage to hit.
A lot. Okay. So 5 damage. Second attack is a 24,
Will
also
hit.
5 damage. Whoop, I did not mean to attack 3 times. Disregard that third time. That is the end of my turn. Yeah, end of my turn.
Alright. It goes from Ito to Alec Cool.
Well, guess it's time to go into there. And I'm gonna go ahead and use is it a touch or not? Shit, that's a touch. Oh, never mind. I'm going to use.
I mean, you are in touch range there.
No, it was for an ally.
Are you sure you don't want to heal the Leviathan?
Pretty sure, yeah. All right.
Leviathan looks sad. Does it look like he needs help?
God damn it. Guess I'll go ahead and move to there then, because I can. Yeah. Bonus action dash, and then I'm just gonna. Make sure how my things go. It's been a while. Okay. So I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna heal Connor or Ito. Cure wounds. Just the first level cure wounds. 6, and then in doing so, I also heal myself for a D8 with the chalice. Wow, fuck me. I think I get a bonus of something to that though. 1 sec. Holy shit, open. Half my level in this class. So I healed for 4. Okay.
All right.
That's it for me.
That's it. Pretty good, pretty good. It goes to Reed.
All right. So, I believe I have. Yep, that is 40 feet. And we shall join in on the beating up with this Leviathan. The 27 for 9 damage.
27 for 9 damage will hit. Let's see. It's not
Sweet,
discarded,
round up another
so it cannot use its reaction.
Okay. We got another one for 18 for 10 damage.
All right. 18 does hit.
Then I am going to use 1 key point, and we're going to do the flurry of blows. So 26 for 13,
26 for 13.
and an 18 for 8.
Time to dump damage into this bad boy.
Basically, yes. That is 40 damage altogether.
Yep. Anything else from Reed?
Nope.
It will use its legendary action to lash out with its tail against, I guess I'll make it a D. It's gonna lash out with its tail against Venta.
Ah!
Oh, here comes death.
It's 28 for 12 points of bludgeoning damage and 8 points of acid damage.
All right, that's it.
Okay, so remember, you're not dead, you're just
Unconscious.
Yeah, boy.
That is it.
Now, actually, I do have a question, because that is 2 instances of damage. Would the first one knock him down and the second one cause a throw, or?
I would say
It's from the same
it's
attack.
from the
from
same
one
attack,
hit.
so
Okay.
I'll
He's not rolling
let
the
it just
second
be the
time.
same thing. Well, it's 2 different damage dice, but yeah, I'll say it's just the 1 instance.
Okay.
But then it will go to Aruna. Aruna,
Oh,
now if you've got stuff to burn, now's the time to burn down.
aware. But
He says, knowing he's going to have Klaus attack us after.
I don't want to do what I was gonna do, but also at the same time, damage. Damage is probably pretty good, guys. Alright, we're calculated risk. Calculated risk. I'm actually gonna drop my hex. And I'm gonna cast haste on Henley. Oops, I cast twice on there.
I thought you said taste.
Yes, I taste Henley.
It's delicious.
Hot.
I thought Ring of the Grammarian was Nyx.
Okay. Yep, I haste Henley.
Right, you are
That's
hasty.
what I do. That's my last 3rd level. And then everyone survived long enough. I'm gonna burn all the spell slots.
That is plus 2 AC, right?
Plus
Yep,
2 AC,
plus 2 armor
says
class.
right there.
Double movement speed, I think.
And an extra action.
An extra, not an extra action, an extra attack.
Because I've been seeing Henley
Oh, okay.
wail on these fucking things for the past.
An extra melee basic attack, and also advantage on dexterity saving throws, I think.
Yes.
It is an extra action, but he can only do
It can
a
only
single weapon attack,
do a single
a
weapon
dash,
attack, yeah.
disengage, hide, or use an object.
That's what I thought.
Go get him, Tiger.
It's an extra limited action.
Alright. Well, you know what? It's gonna use a legendary action. It can... No,
Counter spell.
no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, counterspell his legendary action.
Nope. It took. Its attacks actually take 2 legendary actions instead of just 1. It only gets 3, so it can only do 1. So it's going to go to the top of the round, Bruce.
E.
You got
I,
this, Springsteen.
Damn.
I'm going to.
They call
make
you the
this
boss
very
for a
simple.
reason, right?
I want to say this is right. I'm gonna dash up to there with my action. Use a bonus action to pop prone with Kyaw. And that's literally all I can do this turn.
That's all you can do?
Yep.
Alright. It goes to the Leviathan.
Put my phone up. Right there.
I need
Do something cool, Leviathan.
Alright. It casts Tsunami.
Oh
Tidal
boy!
Wave. I need
Yep.
everybody in that line to make a strength saving throw.
Alright, listen here, Colin. This is just fucking bullying.
Well, don't worry. It's a tsunami, so guess what? It is going this way.
Okay. That's a 1. Not a natural 1.
Failed.
But
I got 28, Colin.
That's good.
I think I do.
Strength saving throw.
There's a strength saving throw.
Oh, Alakul has +4 to his roll. Hang on, let me check the range. Yeah, 10 feet of me, so just me and Alakul.
Alright, and then in addition, I'm going to go ahead and use my, whatchamacallit.
That's a lot of bludgeoning damage.
It does do a whole bunch of bludgeoning damage, yes.
I'm gonna use my reaction and use the Mantis Queen's Champion and roll a d6 and add it to it as well.
Just to confirm, was that a spell?
It is not... I mean, it's not... He's not using the casting a spell action to do it.
Okay, so it is not a spell.
It is not a
God
spell.
I only got a
right
4. Colin, I only got a 14 total.
That's a rough roll.
Yep.
Considering the DC is 24.
Well, I guess I just wasted my feature then. Huh.
And it is, but more importantly, it is rolling this direction that the arrows are in, so at the start of the next turn, it will be Reed, Benta, Bruce, caught in it. That being said,
What's the damage?
a lot.
Okay.
Said
Yeah, type it in
33.
chat. 33.
40,
Yeah, it was on
well,
it.
It's 60-10, so 43.
Oh, it said a creature takes 33, 60, 10 damage.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's
Oh.
the average essentially. That's just what that doesn't automatically roll. That's just what it says
Okay.
in the description.
So I thought it was rolling within the description.
No, it doesn't roll it within the description.
Alright, so, bad news, boys. I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh man, I lose my haste.
Yep.
God damn it.
Pace is dropped. I don't have a lot of hit points.
I'll be back, guys. I gotta move my car.
On the bright side, it gets to use it once.
I mean,
Just to confirm, it's dealing 43 damage.
It deals 43 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious.
Jesus.
Know that feel.
And it is traveling.
But also, pick us up.
That being said, the Bone, or Klaus's whole family are going to burn their Echo Knight features to absorb damage. Alright. That being said, Klaus is hurt pretty fucking bad.
Do you have a question
mean,
for you, Colin?
so is literally everyone else, unfortunately.
Alter Self, the spell itself is concentration. Does the potion just
The
stay
potion,
active?
the potion stays
regardless?
active regardless.
Okay, just making sure.
It is not concentration. That is all
Yep.
it can do, however. That is its turn, is to cast
Let's go!
the Tidal Wave. But at the start of its, next turn, the wave is going to essentially move over.
Is it the same amount of squares, or will we
It's
get hit again?
It is you will not get hit again. It moves over basically. It almost imagine it flips over on its axis.
Yeah.
I
does
mean,
it,
you could
does
if
it
you
move
move into it.
Does it move us?
No, it is not going to move you.
Okay.
It does not have a push to it. It just deals a bunch of bludgeoning damage. But it does go to Henley.
Alright.
Rest in peace, haste.
I'm not hasted, I'm just moving.
No, I was just saying rest in peace, haste, because I'm unconscious.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna throw a javelin at Colin.
Okay.
Do I hit it with the 20?
20 does hit.
Alright, it does 8. It does 10 damage.
Alright. You pierce into it as it lets out a shriek of pain. It's not. It doesn't seem to be made of flesh at this point. It's made of almost like water, pure water.
I can throw a second one, right? For my attack action?
Yes. As long as
Alright,
you've
I'm
got
gonna do
the
that.
javelins to throw, you can throw them.
I have 4. I have 3 now. Do I hit it with a 23?
It does.
Alright, that's another 12 damage.
Again, a howl of pain.
I'm going to use Infectious Fury.
Make it infectiously furry.
I'm back.
Where the fuck is it on my thing? The target must make a wisdom saving throw or it takes 2d12 psychic damage.
Wisdom saving throw. They're actually pretty good at these. 27.
It passes.
Alright.
That's my turn.
It goes. Klaus. Hurt badly. Or Klaus and the boys, technically.
Oh, wait, no, it does. I can't do that. It has to be with my natural weapons, so never mind.
Okay.
Scratch that. I didn't read that part.
That's fine. They are going to move down. Going to actually move out of the 1, 2. Oof. They can't cast lightning bolt without hitting people, so they're not going to do that. You're still. They lost concentration on their bone shield, so they're gonna give a re-up their shield on you, Alec Cool, and they're gonna give +2 to armor class to Reed as well. Klaus is going to use his cunning action to dash to get close enough to make attack rolls with the dagger. Alright, Klaus, let's see what you got. What the fuck? What the fuck, Klaus?
Did he crit again?
You crit again.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, that is 1d4 max plus 4, 8 plus 4d6, 24, 32 plus a d8 for the dagger, 40 plus 2d4 on top of that is 44 points of damage. So, clutch crit coming in whenever it's needed. It goes to Venta True Cloud. You can see there is this huge mass of water that's rolling towards you. And it's not a concentration thing, so.
Holy shit, how long does it take Max to move his fucking car?
Alright. If he's not here in 5
Can
seconds.
he fucking drive?
I think,
Well, he's down anyway, isn't he?
I think,
He didn't.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think Colin got excited again because his mic muted.
Is
Maybe.
it?
You were mouthing, but nothing was coming out. So
That's weird.
unless you were just like
No.
pretending to talk.
Nope. But alright. I guess Max will get moved down in order, technically. I'll let him make his own death saving throws. That being said, this guy, the Leviathan itself is beat up pretty badly, so... It goes to Ito.
Okay.
With a death saving throw.
Oh man.
16.
A pass!
Nice.
Alright. Goes to Alec Cool.
Who all's down? Max, Connor,
And Tommy.
and Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Ba, 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 ba.
I move to there. And I'm going to fuck, spells. Go. I'm going to use my bonus action. Cast a 3rd level healing word on Connor. And then I'm going to use the chalice effect to heal you, Tommy, for a d8 plus 2.
Oh baby.
You heal for 3.
Let's go!
I'm sorry.
That's all you
how much
need.
do I heal?
You heal for 12. Connor, you're 12. Tommy is 3.
Did Max, did you
Did
come
someone
back yet?
did someone roll my death save while I was gone,
No, you
or
got
did I just?
No.
You got put to the
You just
bottom of
rolled
the
it.
round.
I don't think
Oh,
it'd be crazy
cool.
to roll a death save for
He
you.
rolled a. He already rolled a d20 and got a 1 call.
I did.
Did you really?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Aw.
2 failures.
Oh no.
Nice.
That's a power move, Max. Coming
Well,
back from being
Tommy
AFK.
jinxed it. Someone is dying.
Holy crap! And if you get caught in this whirlpool, that's it.
No, that's not even if. That's next turn.
Max, that's a fucking
Damn.
power move, dude.
Damn. I was like, oh, hold on, I've got to move my car right quick. Fucking just comes back, rolls a 1. All right.
We just
Now, if
gotta
I
kill him.
stabilize him, that just means he no longer has to do death saves, right?
That means
Yes.
he no longer has to do death saves. But
The damage
if he
will
takes
still-
the damage, he will still knock him back down.
Yeah, but like I'm just stabilizing him. He can't move or anything.
He can't move or anything. It sets him to 0.
Punch him in the chest and bring him back.
When does the tidal wave occur?
It happens at the start of the Leviathan's turn.
Not long from now to knock us unconscious again.
Well, you've been caught in the first part of it. It doesn't. It moves over. It basically flips over on itself. So it would be basically Bruce, Venta, and Reed that got caught on it.
think it's... Isn't it Lee's turn?
It is, if there's nothing else from Alec Cool.
I've been
He
done.
did cool guy healer stuff.
Reed's turn.
Alright,
Kill it.
well, the thing is, I mean, he did say it's very damaged, but I don't know if I can kill it. At the same time, I kind of want to just try to grab him and run, but
Good luck.
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
also
see that
tiny,
happening, bud.
I'm a tiny halfling man.
You can't. You also can't really run in the water, buddy.
You
Kill it.
can't outswim the ocean, Luke.
You can
As
try.
a rule.
Do what you want, Lou.
We're not in the ocean. We're in a fucking lake.
Whatever. Lake, ocean.
So if it only
It's called
moves as
Step of the
far as it
Wind.
goes, I can get out of there. I just don't know if I can pick up. If I can pick up Venta at the same time.
Unlikely.
Guess
It's
what
Step of the
rhymes?
Wind, not Step of the Phelps.
Guess what rhymes with lake? Wake, which is what people are going to be visiting when we leave.
All right. Well
That's
then,
good shit. Bravo,
they-
Tommy.
let's go with Reed's strengths. Look, if he does happen to die, Reed will perform the last rites.
He was dying anyways. He was sick.
I am
Okay.
permanently ill.
So 17.
Oh
17
no!
hits.
Okay, for 10. That's an 18 for 14.
Oh no!
Then we're gonna use a key point for more a flurry of blows.
Couldn't you ghost chain dagger him?
I mean that hits him. That would hit him.
I suppose it would.
And it would be an
Never
automatic
Uh,
failed saving throw if it hit him, and he would
Never
die.
mind.
Well, that's only a 12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
It's a 19 for 12. So
Nice.
36 altogether.
I said at 19 for 12 more damage. Alright, minus 12 more. Alright, it's beat up. Getting pretty beat up.
Ah!
Not dead yet, though. As it goes to... If there's nothing else from Reed, it will go to Aruna.
Wow, dude. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's what I meant to do. I meant to go diagonal. Apologies.
By the way,
Uh,
well, actually, no, that's
wizard.
I'll stay there. Cause
Wizard
otherwise-
engage. Take that. That's the holy number.
A holy number!
Nice.
It's gonna use the legendary save to pass that.
Colin just couldn't let it take 69.
Are you serious?
It still has 2 legendary saves
Yep.
left.
All right, I burned a legendary save. Worth.
Shit.
Worth. Yep.
All right, Bruce, it's up to you.
No, I'm just fucking with you, Tommy.
That.
You have a. If you have it, use it. You should.
No, it
you
has
haven't
to. It
used
has
it.
to take the legendary save. It's got one more now.
No, that's what it's for.
All right,
Oh, man.
Bruce.
I tried.
Save us, Bruce.
Do it.
Bruce, that doesn't. It seems like you might want to move the opposite direction, because the wave is going to be there next turn.
Yeah.
No.
Probably look at
That's,
the big
that's
purple
pussy
arrow.
talk.
Well,
Well,
Bruce,
look,
fight the
normally,
wave.
look, I've been playing too many fucking World of Warcraft fucking MMOs and shit like that. I see
Doesn't
purple
it
shit
all
on
the
screen, I
people
don't
with
want
it?
to stand in purple stuff.
I mean, we're
General rule of thumb.
already losing one person to the tidal wave.
Rip.
It's okay. Klaus just bring him back as a zombie.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Man.
Nobody's truly gone.
Alright.
And then Max can play for the enemy team.
2 unarmed strikes, and I'm gonna use my last key
Yeah.
point for your blows if any of these hits. So 21 and 20 for 8 and 9.
Wait, hold on.
Damn it.
Okay.
Alright. Use my last key point. 13 and 18.
The 18 will hit.
Alright. And I'm going to use my Manifest Echo attack. for another unarmed attack. Although my clone is not armed, so he should get max. Says 22 for 11.
Okay.
It's still alive.
It is still
It's
alive.
still alive.
Hurt.
God damn it.
Hurt very badly, however.
It's got lots of legendary actions. Don't worry, guys.
It's only got
Nothing can go
one
wrong.
legendary action left.
You mean resistance?
I mean, resistance. It technically has multiple legendary actions, but it is going to go to its turn. If there's anything else from Bruce?
I don't have anything else. Nope, I don't have anything else. That's my turn.
Let's go.
Alright. I need Reed to make a strength saving throw. On the bright side, the
That's only a 14.
I say the tidal wave gets weaker as it goes, so it deals less damage technically.
Yay, less damage to kill me with.
Unfortunately, that is going to finish Venta off.
That's so fucking tragic. Oh my
Literally
god.
As
Peace out, guys.
Fuck.
It was fun while it lasted.
Reed,
I
you take
used-
23 points of bludgeoning damage, as it does lose 2d10 damage on its as it rolls through, essentially. That is enough to finish off Venta, unfortunately, with his 2 death saving throws.
That critical failure just sucks.
That critical failure was pretty fucking rough.
Yeah.
You Beaver!
Man, he had like 4 sessions. You know what? You know what? You know what? At least I'm not 1,000 gold in debt to that guy for taking
Actually,
the
a
fucking
normal
armor.
save would have still killed him because it would have been 1 failed and 2 fails, so it would have killed him anyways.
Let's see, it's going to go...
Well,
Oh, and it's still the Leviathan's turn, because the
Kill Ito, please.
the
gonna
wave
eat
is
me.
just a thing that happens at the start of his turn.
He's
So,
gonna eat me.
he is going to...
Wait, why is Ito gonna get killed? What?
Leviathan's turn.
Leviathan's
he might
turn
just
still.
eat you.
The movement of the wave is not an action of his, it just
Okay.
happens. Oh wait, he has to... I guess I'll roll to see if he recharges his wave. Nope,
Let's go.
does not. It would be bad if he recharged his tidal wave. It is going to make an attack against... Bone Naga 1. I'm gonna be nice here.
I was trying not to kill
I'm trying not to
more
kill
people.
everybody. 28.
Colin does not want to TPK.
Why did I roll a 1d20?
That you
Shame.
don't have to worry about it. It's just because I had it on
Okay.
your character selected when I rolled. So that's 28 for... Right. Okay. The Bone Naga takes 19 points of damage. That's the wrong thing. It's gonna make a... It's gonna make a slam attack against Ito. It's gonna be a 20.
That is gonna miss.
Alright. It will make its tail attack against Alec Cool. 33.
I mean, I don't have to answer that.
That will be 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of acid damage.
I don't have to answer.
A healthy amount of damage.
1 second. Let me make sure I don't have any.
I can go ahead and delete these arrows, because next turn the tidal wave will just be gone from where it can bother people.
Fucking hell. I swear I had something that I could do.
Pray.
I mean, I go down if I don't have anything.
Oh, Mantis Queen, please do not fuck my bottom.
thought I had a thing to reduce damage. Let's see. I do.
Hardened carapace.
I have absorb elements.
Good idea.
He does absorb elements, Leviathan.
Absorb a tiny bit of acid to maybe live.
Absorb Leviathan.
So I absorb 8 of the 10 acid damage.
All right.
Nice. He lives for now.
8 or -8 acid damage, so it's only 2 acid damage.
13 damage total. Alright.
13 total.
Colin, this whole time it has been calculating my swords right. It's a +6. It's +6 damage, not +5.
I don't think it would make a difference yet.
No, I'm just saying. I just realized that.
Alright, that is it for the Leviathan, however. It will go to Henley. The Leviathan is beat up pretty fucking badly.
Colin, if I enter the tidal wave, it won't hurt me, right?
It should not. It will not hurt you.
That's not how waves work at all.
All right, I'm gonna walk up. He's flanked because of Lou, right?
Essentially yes. He's technically for
Okay.
you, he's
Oh
surrounded.
shit, he's been surrounded all this time.
He's surrounded.
Should have been
I
using
was-
advantage.
I was making sure. Colin, I'm gonna slash at it. The first attack's a 24.
That will hit.
It does 6 plus. Well, it'll be 10 damage, and I'm gonna use an infectious fury.
That's the wisdom save, yeah.
Yup.
25.
It passed. My second attack. That's gonna be a 20.
All right.
That'll do 15 damage. We're gonna infectious fury it again.
24.
All right. My last attack. 22
Yeah.
with 4.
All right. That will
6 damage with that infectious fury again.
It's got very good wisdom saves. Terrible
I
intelligence.
mean,
saves.
I might as well
Hey,
use
a
them.
15.
I think that is higher than it. Oh, it ties it.
Oh, so it passes.
Oh, okay, never mind.
A
Then.
tie
All right,
is a
well I
pass.
tried.
All right.
That's my turn.
Oh my god, is Klaus going to come in and fucking crit again?
Natural 1.
Alright, Klaus, let's see what you got. Nope.
I put the team on my back like Greg Jennings in Madden.
You say that, and yet you roll a 15 like a little bitch. So you completely miss.
Man, why am I not casting spells?
Because you've gone into NPC mode.
Rip.
Wait, did Klaus ever cast spells beyond Psychic Blade?
Occasionally.
Fireball. I've seen him
Yeah,
fireball.
fireball, firebolt.
Both
Firebolt more than anything.
Firebolt, basically useless down here. Alright. Klaus is going to turn to you, he's actually going to look at you, Reed, and Ito, and Alec Cool, and say, do you want this to be over with?
Sorry, what?
Maybe this.
This fight.
I mean, that's up to you, I suppose.
I want to fight it forever.
joke's on you. You cannot fight it forever. Or actually, I guess technically you can if you all die. Okay, yeah. Alright. These two Bone Nagas are gonna level lightning bolts into the Leviathan.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, he's gonna what now?
The Bone Nagas have access to lightning bolt.
I'm afraid.
I think those are gonna hurt.
The only problem is it spreads. Since it's underwater, it spreads to everyone in direct contact with the Leviathan. They only take half. They get to make a saving throw, and if they pass, they only take half damage.
Maybe they'll restart Venta's heart.
If they fail, they only take half damage. But
That's just cruel. Come on, RNGesus was cruel enough already.
Yo,
This
like,
person.
if I get defibrillated, hell yeah.
This person gets +4 to that saving throw.
yeah. And like I said,
Okay.
if Reed passes, he probably takes no damage. As
Is it dexterity?
yes, it is a
Then
dexterity
yes,
save.
I would take no damage.
But it's going to level. It's failed by the Leviathan. All right. So, Henley
Got an
passes.
18.
Yep.
Am I off of it enough?
Bruce is not
But it-
technically.
But
Bruce
it
is.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not
Bruce
there.
is touching-
Never mind.
Bruce is technically next to it because its
Okay.
hitbox extends in a
Okay,
square,
okay.
essentially.
Gotcha.
I'm out of
So,
it right now.
dexterity.
You're out. Right there, yes, you're out of it.
25, I save.
Oh boy, I accidentally clicked the wrong button.
And technically, Klaus gets hit too, doesn't he?
I meant to roll that for Klaus. But Klaus got a 17 plus his... whatever his thief as a rogue is, plus evasion, so he takes no damage. Alright, however, the Leviathan passed one, failed one, so it's going to use its last
Oh, we need to
legendary
do
action.
two?
It had to do two, because yes, you have to do two. Because there's two lightning bolts coming in.
Well,
boy.
Alright, I'm good.
I believe.
23.
Alright, 23 is
Take
going to
23.
pass.
I forgot.
You're not making the second one.
Alright. I've already got the thing lit up. Klaus got a pass. The DC for this is only 16, so it's not super high.
Still failed the second one.
Alright. So, the Leviathan passes both of them, but takes half damage. So, the first attack deals 23. If you failed it, you take... if you failed it, you take 17... No, that's fucking wrong. I can't fucking do math. You take 11.5 plus 5, 0.5, 12. So this one, the thing takes 12. He's beat really badly. But if you passed, you take 6. Unless you have evasion, which you take none. The second attack deals 18 minus 9. So if you failed, you take 9. If you passed, you take 5. But other than that, if you're still standing after that damage, which was not a lot, a pretty significant amount compared to what the Bone Nagas can do, because they're not super strong physical attackers, it is going to go to Ito.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
We are in the water, which
Yes.
is a 3D space of movement.
Yes.
Am I capable of moving partially into the space occupied by the Leviathan?
Technically, you can't. You still can't move into its space. You could theoretically move over it or under it, but you cannot still move into its space. So,
Okay.
however, how far it is across, it is that much up as well.
Okay. Hang on.
Well, you can for something this size, you can move through it, but you cannot end your turn in it.
Can I move like this?
Yes, since it's so much bigger than you, I'm gonna allow it.
I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna Misty Step here, and I'm gonna cast Revivify on Venta.
All right.
Oh.
You, Connor, describe the scene for me.
I'm scared out of my wits and electroshock. I'm gonna fucking teleport to Venta, grab him by the back of the head, and slap him away.
All right.
The power of Christ compels you.
Just give me a quick religion check, Connor.
Oh, I don't like this.
This
16.
This isn't contingent on if it will work. I just want you to see if you noticed something while you were doing this.
16.
As you,
I'm just sitting there in the water like Sora when you die.
all right, but are you gonna sing the Kingdom's Heart song?
No.
Well, which one?
All right.
When you walk away.
You won. Add, for one thing, Ito, add 300 gold pieces to your personal debt. Because it does take, Revivify takes diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
Oh, fuck, it does, don't it?
Mm-hmm. But I always say, you just take it out of your debt because I'm not super stringent on spell
that's
components.
true, I wouldn't be able to cast that since I
You would
don't
not.
have a diamond.
But like I said, for the same reason I do
Okay.
the lodestone and stuff, you add it. Since I don't do super stringent spell components, I just have you add it to your debt.
Sure, okay. Wait, I don't have that written down. I've always left that to you.
Don't worry, I've got it written down.
Okay.
It is currently sitting at almost 200,000 gold pieces.
Woo!
Because the interest is accruing. Alright.
So that was movement, bonus action, I'm done.
You notice that your holy symbol glows pretty brightly. However, what flares to life is not the symbol of Saint Cuthbert, it is the symbol of the Green Lady that flares to life in this case. As it answers your call and revives Venta at 1 hit point. At the cost of 300 gold pieces. Like I said, I only do that because for the same reason I don't get on Tommy too hard about
For sure.
doing the preparation.
Well, and it also
for
makes sense
Spell
because
components they have.
yeah.
we don't exactly have like, you know, a major city to just make a hub.
Well,
to
the
get
thing
shit
is,
from.
I always say, whenever it's a spell component that you have to spend money on, I just say, you have it, just take the money off.
Sure. Okay.
Because I don't like role-playing. Every like other day, you go into a shop to buy 15 gold pieces worth of charcoal to cast like Find Familiar. Alright, if that is it for Ito,
Lord Sarasen, you came for me.
don't do that.
Don't make Connor regret this.
It goes
I
to
already
Alec.
regret it.
Aaron's Bueller, you're my hero.
I already spent 2 spell slots on you, fuck.
Alec, cool, this thing is beat up. Pretty badly.
Suck its butt, vampire.
Hmm. I'm going to go to there. I'm going to attack with my... No, not that. Have advantage because it's flanked, so that's a 26 to hit for 13 damage.
26 will hit.
Plus sneak attack for 7 more damage, 20 damage. And then... There's like no way I hit this, but can I use my bite as a bonus action? And bite it?
Oh yeah.
I want to suck its
What's
blood.
up?
It does not have blood. It's a water elemental.
Damn it. That's fucking lame.
It is not a humanoid. It is an elemental.
Well, I will bonus action to Thrycreen double daggers.
Right. No, it would make those Thrycreen double daggers awesome. A little bit of poison on them.
Poison that I didn't have a chance to go get before we came down here.
Lincoln's there for a reason.
So, yeah, I mean, 27 to hit, 8 points of damage.
Alright.
28 points of damage total.
Hurt badly. Barely standing at this point, relatively.
It's never standing, it's in the water.
That's true. Goes to Reed.
All right. Let's see if we can finish this off before it kills it.
4 misses.
All right. First strike is a 28 for 11.
Hey, that's good.
Second strike is a 29 for 12.
Alright, keep on piling the damage in. It's still standing.
All right. Next one's going to be a 30 for 13, right? That's how this works.
Let's see how it if you don't roll it, if you don't roll a 30 for 13, you miss. But if you do hit a 30 for 13, it crits.
Also,
It does anyway.
point. Flurry of blows. Nope. It's a 29. Another 29 for 10.
Well, you miss automatically for being a failure in your prediction.
And then a 16 for 13.
16 does not hit.
Damn.
However, that is almost enough.
God damn
shit.
it!
It's out of legendary actions to Aruna.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
If there's
disintegrate
nothing
it.
else from Reed.
Too bad I used my 6th level.
No, I'm done.
Hey, you know what doesn't miss and doesn't do a lot of damage?
If you've got damage to pump into it, my man.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that, I'm sorry.
It does not
maybe
have
I do.
a
That
ton-
doesn't miss.
it does not have a ton of health left, but it doesn't have a ton of health left compared to what it could have. I mean,
It doesn't have a ton of health left, and everyone's around it, and if I shoot lightning, it's gonna be bad.
Do it, pussy.
do it, you little bitch.
Kill me.
Kill
Kill me.
Kill Venta again.
Do it, pussy.
Kill Klaus. Kill Venta. Kill Reed. Kill Alec.
Kill everyone.
Kill Bruce. Kill
I like,
Henley. Kill
I like
Ito.
the sentiment.
But do whatever you want. It does not have a lot of hit points left.
I'm a cast magic missile.
At what level?
5th.
Hell yeah. All right.
I don't know how many.
If it's not at Ito, then you're a bitch.
Cast 2nd level or higher, the spell creates 1 additional dark. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, so that's 6. Yes. Okay. Let's see how much damage it does. Not a lot, probably.
Let's see what you roll.
5 on the first one. 3.
I'll allow it. Technically, the way Magic Missile works by official ruling is that you roll the dice once and they all do the same damage.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So technically
Just
my
so
first-
that
But
it
it- but
doesn't
it-
take
It also gets all the bonuses that first one would get as well. So if you had Hex damage, it would get the bonus for Hex damage on all of them, and that sort of thing.
Okay. So technically, the first roll is 5.
5, which is pretty good, realistically.
Yeah.
In
So
fact,
5,
that's as
10.
good as you could do. So it does
30.
30 points of damage. All right. Desperately, you fire off at 5th level. expending what little you've got, seeing Venta having gone down, everybody else terribly wounded, you fire off, what was it, 5 bolts, 6 bolts? That launch into it, and it bursts forth, showering the darkness with bluish sparks, as they all strike true on the Leviathan. It lets out a great roar, and then it begins to lose its form, dissipating. It is, you have successfully killed it. However, I need everybody to make a strength saving throw, as it almost seems to spin, swirling in place as it turns into a terrible vortex, a great whirlpool that begins whipping each of you about.
So, ironically,
Venta
Colin,
has
a
+4.
natural 1.
I got 23.
I got 26.
I was saying, don't worry, this does not do damage. This just is me determining what happens next.
I was about to say.
The DC is 24.
Venta has a +4?
Yep.
Oh. Where's my... Oh, well, I passed anyway, but yeah. thank you.
Here.
I
In
have a
fact,
30 now.
Hold on. Everybody, keep track of that. I'm gonna go pee real fast, and then since the boss fight is over, we'll get to the next part, essentially.
Yay.
Alright.
Failed real good.
Alright. The DC was 24. Got a 24 or higher, you passed. If you got a lower than a 24, you failed.
I passed.
Alright, who got a 24 lower?
I think everyone else.
I did
looks
not.
like it.
I got 26... I got a 30 total after Connor's buff.
Alright. Let's see. Venta, you passed, you say? So.
Yes.
Who else
Somebody
passed?
He just went to Alico's anthill for some reason.
Henley did.
I moved him there. Henley did?
Oh,
Who else passed?
I did not.
No one, I don't think.
I mean, I got a 22, but I crit. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't think
cool.
that
Yeah,
passes.
you sent me a message.
Yeah.
Alright. Everyone else failed, and that includes Klaus and his boys, so. Alright, I guess I'll go deal with the passers first, since they're the most straightforward.
Boy.
Alright. I'm gonna make a sandwich real quick.
Alright, this is the most straightforward one, since you don't get scattered to the winds, essentially. You yourselves actually managed to maintain your sort of sense of bearing underneath the waves. As you're being swirled about, thrust upwards by a massive vortex as the Leviathan dissipates and disappears. You're actually pushed up, and you struggle and swim and maintain your sort of candor and your sort of proprioception enough that you come up basically on the shore just outside of the city of the town of Feist. It's cast you away that quickly, however, as you find yourself washing up on the shore nearby. You can see off in the far distance, the Skyweaver sits on the lake itself. Its massive balloon, at full inflation, it slowly circles in place. Very quickly, a half-dozen Triton guards rush up to you, pulling you up to your feet, patting you on the back, saying, "Are you okay?"
I think so.
No.
Oh, well, he's not.
However,
I'm like coughing up water and blood. Like,
you look around and see no one else here is with you at all.
I tell them he needs medical attention.
I've needed medical attention.
Okay,
Here, Henley, roll a medicine check.
17.
As you see, the Tritons like hit him on the back, trying to get any kind of water that's in him out, and whenever he coughs it up, you can see it's tinged with pretty significant, not even flecks, pretty significant amounts of blood whenever he coughs it up.
I'd tell them that they need to just pick him up and take him to a medical bay of some sort. I'll just get the water out of him. He's been very badly hurt.
All right. They almost seem a little bit stunned for a moment, but then they nod their heads. This is the one that the matron was talking about. These are the ones that went. Yeah. It'll be done. They start dragging you away, Venta, to be healed.
I guess I'm gonna dive back into the water and start looking to see if I can find anyone.
Give me a survival check.
Oh, not good. It's natural 1.
Alright. Unfortunately, you see no evidence of them very close by, and you know you're just gonna have to start as best as you can guess. You got launched pretty far away. Chances are they did too, and that's all you've got to go on right now. Does Venta allow them to go back into the town of Feist, or does he?
I mean,
or does
yeah,
is he the type of person that would be like, no, I'm gonna find them too, even if I'm hurt?
No. Venta's like, yeah, no, I need help. Please help me. I'm dying.
Henley, as best as you can figure out, you know they probably got pushed back pretty far, and the best you can do is maybe to go along the shore. Unfortunately, you see no sign of them. But, in fact, that's mostly just what I want. I wanted to sort out what's going on exactly. Venta's not going to be there. Henley, you're going to be searching, but you can listen in on what happens to them.
Okay, so I can come back and listen to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do not come back.
No, but you can come listen anyways. That part doesn't really
matter.
matter.
Character, I don't know.
You will not be there.
Okay.
Venta will not be there.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Oh no, they're back.
Alright.
It was so peaceful.
Wow. I was
Spun
back just in
around.
time.
You have no sense of where you are. You struggle against the wild currents, but you are unable to fight it. As you are just cast upwards, and eventually you just stop fighting and are carried by the basically the currents, this whirlpool, this vortex that sends you upwards. The only real sense is Alec Cole, you managed to grab onto Klaus's foot to make sure you're with him, since you did very well on your strength check. Luckily enough, all the failures, you mostly end up scattered on about a 200-foot stretch of the northern shore of the Deepwater Lake, each of you coughing up water, buffeted and hurt. Most of you have sustained little nicks from rocks and things like that as you climb out of the water. But it is everyone except Henley and Venta that all end up on this, 200, 300-foot stretch of water. But as far as you can tell, it's literally in the middle of nowhere. You don't see Feist. You don't see Feist at all. You don't see the Skyweaver.
We're on the coastline?
But you're on the coastline somewhere. But you do not see the Skyweaver, you don't see Feist. It is knocked you out of the place. Basically, from anywhere that you would recognize. But Klaus is there. So are his father and brother, whose names escape me. One of them's Oscar. The other one, I forget.
Oscar's the one in
Oscar's the
in
one
capital.
that didn't get fucked over.
Yeah.
Oscar?
Martin got fucked over, and
I don't feel like going
Oswald
into
is daddy.
I don't feel like going into notes and looking at them. I trust Beaver to
It's-
tell me their names.
Meyer
yeah, it's
and Wiener.
Oswald and Martin.
They're both
Oswald is dad.
they're both hurt pretty bad. They're all hurt pretty badly as well. Klaus took some pretty significant damage from the tidal wave. But they're all up and standing. Klaus has the dagger in his hand, still clutched tightly, as you all sort of come together. You don't know where you are. What are y'all saying to each other?
Are we within earshot of, like, all of us are like right near each other?
You all ended up in the same, basically 300, 200, 300, 400 foot stretch of water or shore.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
Do I dare provoke him?
I just flip Klaus off and sit down.
Not very nice.
Yep.
It's nice to see you too, Aruna.
So, do we see Alakul come up out the water attached to Klaus?
Hold on a second.
You're good. They're trading the Russian secret launch codes.
I'm just, Colin, I'm just whispering.
Oh, you're just whispering?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody make a perception check.
That's not great.
I'm assuming I need to make a
Uh,
stealth or
make a
sleight of hand.
Make a stealth check.
Oh no, it's a sleight of hand. He's crazy.
Oh. I clicked stealth.
Let me roll.
I didn't do good.
I mean, I did higher than all of you either way.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, right, I have to reload the page. Hang on a second.
So you don't notice.
I didn't pass.
Only
I got an
Klaus.
11.
Don't worry. You don't have Klaus or Bruce. Didn't notice. Klaus is being spoken directly to Klaus, so Klaus does not have to worry about making that perception check. Klaus. Alakul leans in and asks you if you're going to use the dagger.
Like, just in general?
No, I'm like the thing to get the gem out.
Oh, of course. Absolutely, of course I am. Why do you need it, buddy?
I would suggest doing it now.
Well, don't have to tell me twice. And I'm going to attempt to use the dagger.
I mean, technically, he doesn't need to make that stealth. Aren't they both thieves? Can't they just thieves can't?
They can if he said he was talking in Thieves' Camp, but he didn't. So.
Colin,
Yeah.
are we out of combat?
Yes, you are out of combat. You have been cast off through the vortex, essentially.
I have a rather metagame
And you washed up on the northern shore.
I have a rather metagamey question.
What?
And the answer of which is because I feel like with how long we've been playing, I should know this. If I have two things that on my character sheet both cost actions, how quickly could I do both of those things back to back?
You could do one, and if you did something, they would have a chance to respond to that.
Oh, I'm afraid.
Don't forget, if you're doing something against Klaus, he has both his father and his brother there as well, so they would all... If you know if you took an action against Klaus, you would be dealing with all three of them. And possibly other people in the group.
Yeah.
Because Klaus has not been aggressive towards you.
Yeah. And the dagger's in his hand?
It is in his hand.
Ito is going to turn and look at Aruna,
Oh no.
and he's going to say, "I'm sorry," and I will not do anything.
Okay. Let him do the extraction.
Well, Klaus, how would you like to go about the extraction? I mean, you like hold it up to you hold the pommel up to your hand, but nothing happens. I mean, it like taps into the thing, and it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna try the pommel first, just like kind of like slam my hand, like clink, clink, clink. How the fuck is
Can
this
I-
working?
Does nothing.
Can I
So,
use lesser restoration to help?
You can see that does help the necrosis on his skin, but that does not remove the eye. Ito.
How beat up is Klaus right now? Like, I don't know how much.
Klaus took the only big hit he took was basically that tidal wave. Everything else was basically absorbed by either his shadow or his family shadows, or he just got missed.
All right, I'm gonna start digging my hand with a knife.
That being said, Ito, seeing him try to deal with this dagger, you have a pretty good idea of what needs to be done about this. I mean, you've read how an eye was extracted before.
God damn it.
Boy, it's like I put it there for a fucking reason, Connor.
Yeah, I still don't want to die though.
Well,
I
guess
mean,
who's
I hate to break it, but how good is
Oh, that must be from
Ito's
diary.
arcane ability?
Arcane, not great.
So
Yep.
yeah, chances are Ito might not be that good at it anyways.
What do I recall? Since we went over it, what exactly is it?
Well, I'm assuming it's from that diary
Okay.
that
Diary
he
of
still
the
hasn't
Redeemer.
actually told us about.
Colin, I
You
straight
did.
up told Elikul and Ito
Well, no,
that
I mean, he
was.
hasn't like told us what's in it.
I straight up told Elikul and Ito that I would try to do it, so I'm gonna try to do it.
All right.
Because
Okay,
I have
hang
this
on,
Arcana
hang on.
knowledge, and
I
I'm
feel
the
like
one.
this is important. Are we standing in this conga line?
No,
'Cause we are just gonna. Okay.
you're all gathered around.
Okay.
I said I was gonna do it, and I'm gonna fucking try.
All right, that's an Arcana check.
Yup. That's pretty okay. 20.
All right.
Klaus just kind of like digging at his hand right now with a fucking knife. He's about to get murked
You go.
I'm not gonna murk
with some
You can see
arcane knowledge.
Klaus is trying to dig into his hand with the knife, and you know that that's really a futile effort. The eye will not be so easily dislodged, unless you literally just lop off the part of his arm that it's on, maybe his hand, but considering the necrosis, probably up to his elbow. The only way you can really think of is perhaps an arcane extraction, but that comes at a difficult price, as you go to Klaus and sort of take his hand, and essentially as you sort of turn his hands upwards, you can see that the eye looks at you. You can feel a sentience within it, a hateful sentience, as you begin pouring magic into it as best as you can.
Yeah, I'll admit, Reed has no idea what's going on right now.
I'm gonna keep going.
You're surprised, Aruna. You're surprised as... give me advantage on that Arcana check.
Oh boy. It's lower than one lower.
Can I? Never mind.
You're surprised as you find shadowy hands joining yours. Klaus's shadow, the Redeemer's Wraith, is also helping you try to pry this eye out of him.
We're trying to pull the eye out of Klaus, right?
Yes.
I was muted. I would like to use guidance on Aruna.
I will do a bardic inspiration.
Yep.
My last bardic inspiration, so add a 1d8.
You can hear a quiet voice in your ear saying, I know what this eye can do and how it can make you suffer. If there's a way to get around this, I would not wish it upon anybody. If its strength can be used without the detriment. And surprisingly enough, the Redeemer's Wraith that is bound to your shadow is also going to try to pry this eye out.
Okay. Can I... So is the Wraith just... Is it talking to me in my head, or is it actually, like, verbal?
It's talking to... It does say it out loud.
Okay. I'll ask...
At the end of the day, the Redeemer's never been evil completely.
I will ask the Shade if he thinks that we can remove both.
He says, we could try, but that would be an entirely, well, that'd be an entire another effort, I suppose you could say. You'd have to try to remove both. And as it stands, even with a pass, you're gonna take half of 49 psychic damage.
Okay, I'm unconscious, if that's a pass.
Yes, because it deals 60-12 damage to remove the eye, but it is successfully removed. But it knocks you unconscious in doing so.
If we're all standing in a bunch, I'm going to, like, catch Aruna, and I'll use a lay on hands on her.
Oh, nice.
For, I guess, 5.
Alright. Aruna. As you reach down to the hand, you don't gouge into it. Instead, you place your hands over his, Klaus's, and you can feel arcane energy pulsing between you. And there is this same hateful energy, waves of absolute malice. Not only do you feel it, everybody feel it. All of you gathered around feel just waves of malice and hatred and anger that washes over you as Aruna's hand joins Klaus's and slowly pulls backwards. You can see the eye of Vechna sits suspended between the two of them, slowly being yanked away from Klaus's palm. As Aruna's face clenches and tenses with exertion, the sweat upon her brow causes her purplish skin to glow with a sheen within the dappled sunlight of the day. And there's a burst of explosive energy that sends Aruna flying backwards, completely knocking her unconscious. Well, she sends her flying into Ito's arms, knocking her unconscious. Ito, you're quickly able to recover her. However, it did take a toll on you, Aruna. You took half that point, or half of 60-12 damage, which was 49 divided by 2, which knocked you unconscious. You also took half of... Let's see. That is nice. Okay. You take 2 points of exhaustion.
Ooh, ow.
Okay.
But
how much did Ito heal me for? Just real quick.
The number I stated was 5.
Okay, so 5. That's fine.
But Klaus, the eye falls to the ground. And it looks up at you. You can feel it looking at you. But all of a sudden, your mind seems to clear. The drive and the anger that you felt seems to slowly fade away. You still feel a purpose. You still feel driven in a way to do what needs to be done. Likely the Redeemer's influence, the Shadow's influence, but it's not an evil feeling. It's a neutral feeling. You no longer feel a lot of malice towards everyone. As it removes, you're also no longer just rotting away, essentially. You're no longer evil, so you only have the detriment of one Eye of Vechna in you, essentially. but also the benefit.
Word.
Mostly it just turns you not evil. That being said...
I have a question.
Yep.
And I don't know if this would be a religion check or what. Is the Eye of Vechna active, or is it dormant once it's removed?
Make a religion check.
18.
They don't go dormant. They're always
Right.
active. They're always it depends on what you mean by active. There's always that watching. It's always got that presence, that sort of sentient presence. It doesn't really sleep.
Okay. But like, okay.
Okay. Can I hold my hand out to Klaus to see if he'll like help me up?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Klaus
He's
reaches
not even
out.
gonna hesitate.
Klaus reaches out his hands to you, and you can see the hand that you removed the eye from has just a gaping, bloody, necrotic hole in it.
Okay. When he picks me up, I'm gonna try to remove the other eye.
All right.
Jeez.
That
for broke.
will be another Arcana check.
And I assume the Redeemer probably is...
In fact, this
hopefully
is
can
what
help.
you have disadvantage on this because you have points of exhaustion.
You're correct.
The Redeemer will try to help. Will try to help you, however.
Okay. Ah, that's bad. 13.
Hang on. Wait a sec.
That was just a straight roll, so.
Question. I rolled because Tommy did not. I rolled for Bardic Inspiration, and he did not add it. If you scroll up in the chat, it's there. Did he pass without that 8?
Did he pass without the 8 for a... the DC was... the DC to remove an eye is 22.
So he got a 10 plus... What did you give him? 4? Okay, so he did add the 8. Okay. So then that is used.
Yep.
I am out of Bardic Inspiration.
So it was used, and you did not pass the second one, Arcana check.
Okay. So that's a fail, so that's gonna hurt.
You would take 40 points of psychic damage and fail
Let's
to
go.
remove the eye.
Okay.
Oh, you failed?
I'm out again?
I mean, at this
and-
point,
was
everybody's
this-
gonna get brain damage. But
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Colin, was this... Were his attempts causing me any pain? Like, do I take
These
any
don't
of this damage?
cause... they cause you... I mean, the pain they cause you is not any significant beyond what you've already suffered, essentially. Jesus Christ, Aruna. You're gonna fucking kill yourself
Kill yourself.
on fucking exhaustion.
Yeah, I'm trying to help Klaus. I can't now, because I'm unconscious. Do I get 2 levels again?
No, you got half
I get-
the levels of exhaustion. Alright, you now have 5 points of exhaustion. 1 more point of
Okay.
exhaustion, and you die.
Solid.
You got half exhaustion last time because you passed. So you got 2 last time, this time it was 3. So you're at 5 points of exhaustion. Currently, you essentially have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, attack rolls, your speed is halved, your maximum hit points are halved, you have 0 speed.
Alright, I'll stay down if I get revived again.
1 more exhaust. If you tried again, you would die. Unless you got a 1. Unless they rolled a 1 on the exhaustions that you gain from it.
Gotcha.
That being said...
yeah.
You did do the most important thing, was removing a single eye. That does cure his evil nature. Klaus? I mean, I don't know if anyone stops him, but you reach down and you very
Yeah, I'm gonna touch it with the pommel.
daintily, with the pommel held downwards, put the end of the dagger down on the eye, and almost like a hand that grasps it, the fitting just wraps around it. And so currently you have, as you lift up, you can see the dagger seems a simple thing. Like I said, it's very plain except for the eye. It's not the type of thing that you would expect to be a legendary weapon, and yet, Klaus, you can feel the waves of power just exuding off of it, and you do, currently at this point, have the bonus of both eyes of Vechna. The powered kill, the raise, all of it. With only the detriment of a single eye of Vechna, which was, whenever you had the single eye of Vechna in, it was basically a slow rot, essentially. Not the alignment change or anything like that. You return to more of your original self.
Okay, still like an undead.
You were still undead.
Brawl,
That was not.
Brawl,
That
would
was.
that be the word?
Yes, that was not the eye that did that. That was the Redeemer, Wraith,
Right.
who is still with you. That being said, the Redeemer, like I said, did not make you evil or anything like that.
Yeah, no, that was Vecna's doing.
That was Vechna's doing. Currently, as soon as that goes into it, Klaus, it is now the dagger that is listed. It is a very cool dagger. I don't know if Beaver's told you what it does, but it's called Vechna's Needle. It's a +3 dagger that deals an extra 1d8 necrotic damage, and then as an action he can toss it into the ground and it makes a big old area of desecration that casts Bane on all the enemies in it, and he can cast Create Undead at 7th level within that field without requiring any material or bone components, and all the undead in that field regenerate 2d6 HP at the start of their turn.
But it has to stay there. The knife
but it has to
stay
sit
there.
in the ground, yes.
Yep.
So he loses the +3 dagger, but it creates all that.
All right, well, damn.
But it's also sentient, so it's one more
It
voice
is also
in
a
my head.
sentient dagger. But as you pick it up, the sentience is not completely awoken yet. As we'll give you some time to work with it, Klaus. I get the feeling that the thing is, I still don't feel like Klaus would come back because he still has another influence. That of the Redeemer's Wraith that has bound to his shadow now. I don't feel like Klaus was ever the one that was completely 100% against the Redeemer's methods of maybe doing the wrong thing, but for the right reasons. So there is that. But you have currently broken him free of the spell of Vechna. Aruna, however, is borderline catatonic at this point.
Yeah.
She suffered 5 levels of exhaustion just trying to free Klaus from these eyes of Vechna, having managed to free him from 1.
For future reference, if I don't get stabilized, I technically have to do death saves, unless Colin says otherwise.
You all gather around and see that Aruna is borderline catatonic. Klaus, your brother and your father join you at your side, and they look at your hand and say, "Well, that must be a burden off of your palms." That is what we came here for, isn't it?
Yes, this was what we came for. But we still need to get her to the surface. She needs help.
Fair enough.
I can handle that. I cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Well,
And
I'll be
also
right.
another 15, and then another D8 +2. So 20 health. Still can't move.
I'm fucking alive, boys.
Alive, still exhausted, but alive.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Well, it seems as they have it all in order. Should we retire to a taste of pride and blood and see what we can learn about this dagger?
Yes, let's make our move now.
I think that would be wise. You can hear the whisper of the Redeemer's shade in your ear. That is what we came here for after all, and there's still much work to be done. From what I have heard, what we have heard, there is trouble still to the west.
Yes. As always, guys, you've been a big help, but duty calls. I will see you around. Take care of Runa. She's done me quite a favor.
As Klaus starts to leave, I tap him on the shoulder and try and give him a hug.
What are you, gay? Bug gay?
I return the hug and try to slip a finger in his butthole.
I don't have a butthole.
He has a cloaca. You shove it in his cloaca.
Fine, I nuzzle your chitinous bosom.
That's probably not good for you.
Klaus.
Oh no!
Klaus
Oh
uses,
no, Tommy, no!
Klaus uses his one use of power word kill for the day on Alakul and says, "What are you, gay?"
He says, "Miss me with that gay shit."
This with that gay shit.
You won't.
All right,
You
but
won't.
no, Klaus. Alakul gives you a hug. It's nice. It's always nice to feel like you're wanted. I wouldn't know, but you still have work to do. There is still the Redeemer's project in the 3rd level that is still being worked on. You know what it is. Alec Cool knows what it is.
I do let him know. You should probably hurry.
But like I said, indeed, one of the things about being in contact with Gin is you know what's going on in the actual overall war, essentially. And things are not going great. You
Reed will
retire.
just say one thing.
Yeah.
He's gonna let Klaus go for now, but someday he will read him his funeral rites.
I would expect
The
that.
undead cannot be allowed to roam.
Well, that's
Read
what we're here for.
Read. I don't know if you're aware, but you're roaming with one currently. Hmm.
You act like Reed has been aware of this.
Everyone else is.
All right. Your
Poor Reed.
veil is soaked and like matted to your face right now. When did you get that veil, Alakul?
I mean, he practically smells like dead bodies, for God's sake.
But all right, Klaus.
As far as you know, I've always smelled like dead bodies.
You and your father, your brother, begin walking along the shore. You're surprised as the 2 bone naga appear at the edge of the lake. Klaus is able to jump on with them. He gives one final wave with his now recently vacated hand, as the eye of Vechna has left it. You can see the dagger, this powerful dagger, sits at his waist. A weapon of importance. At the same time, it seems like it's found its way to the person who will be best able to use it. As he slowly turns and begins swimming across the lake on the back of these 2 bony nagas, leaving the rest of you to your own devices. But you don't wait for very long as they disappear across the lake. As each of you sort of gathers your bearings and checks on Aruna, who's not doing so great. you hear a voice that says, "My oh my, what have we here? Looks like a party of soppy, wet adventurers." Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Jesus Christ.
I know their names. How many kids they have.
Noticed you have 3 stitches missing from your pants. And there's a small mustard stain beneath your left thigh.
That scar on your eyebrow, that can only be caused by this particular object.
Fucking Sherlock Holmes over here. I'm fucking dead, so I'm not even gonna bother.
What is it?
Poor
Colin?
Rudy can't even perceive
is a
why kids
32
like
good
places
enough?
come into this crunch.
Yes, obviously.
The entire party, only 2 people rolled.
Yep. Only the 2 people fucking present.
Connor's not here.
You can see there is what appears to be an old man with a long, sort of blonde beard that is streaked with gray. He sits stooped over a cane. His clothes are pretty tattered, but he has 3 canaries with him that seem to dart around him as he looks down at you. These canaries look like they're made of maybe sort of grayish silver. His eyes are sort of surprisingly bright. Not like anything you've seen before. They almost look like molten gold as he looks down at you and says, "Your friend there doesn't seem to be like he's doing so good, would you say?"
She's not, no. And I believe you might be one we're looking for.
"Well, I am someone that likes to be found."
Is that so?
"Oh, yes. I don't get many visitors these days."
I'm just going to assume you wouldn't happen to be a golden dragon now, would you?
"Well, only when I choose to be."
That's,
"What gave me away?"
the eyes, the birds. Being out here at all, actually.
"Fair enough. Of course, not many people know about old Saul. Not people outside of Feist, at least."
I hold up the encyclopedia.
That's true. He sort
Persons of interest.
raises an eyebrow and says, "Well, I guess people would have written me about me. Lord knows I've been here for almost 2,000 years. I remember when there was just a simple lake with nobody living around it except a couple of Triton and sea elves, way back before there was an empire or even a kingdom of Isenfeld. Those were the days. You wouldn't even understand how they were the days. I was just a young wormling in the prime of my life. Now look at me. Ancient gold dragon." He sort of sighs and shakes his head. I'll take her out in a second. But he sort of shakes his head and looks at Aruna. He lifts up a hand and one of the bird bursts into diamond dust. As he casts Greater Restoration on you, removing a level of your exhaustion, and then another bird pops, and he casts another level of Greater Restoration as he really removes 2 levels of exhaustion. Says, "Well, you should be able to walk now, at least."
Alright, now he's gonna go back and try to get rid of another Eye of Vechna.
Yeah. No. What is time to be left? That's all I have to say.
"Well, I've done what I can. just from what I carry with me. If y'all would like, we can retire to my hut. Y'all can have an actual fine rest.
Nick, if you're talking, no one can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Trying to prevent Ziggy from coming through. So I thank you, Saul, or do you prefer Saul Sanctus?
Well, in this form, I prefer to be Saul. Saul Sanctus is my dragon form. I don't much take to it these days unless I have to. I am not prone to that form unless something necessitates me. It's necessary for me to be in it. You understand?
I do.
Necessitates.
Well, I would
Oh, what
gladly
a
retire.
god damn it!
Well, my home is not much. A little more
Tommy.
than a bed for me to sleep in and wake up in, and a sitting area. But
Just in case.
what's your just in case?
Just in case we didn't get the reference. Gold rises and sets in the north.
He does.
Also,
He does live on the northern coast.
also, it'll help when Connor inevitably reappears and sits here like, what's going on, guys?
But
It's not far from here. If you want, if you'll help your friend along, it's not more than a mile or so.
I help Aruna along. Ziggy, holy shit, we will go out in a sec.
All of you travel. You're moving away from Feist, actually. Just generally, on the sort of following the coast. Essentially, you'd be moving away from it. Essentially, at this point, the reality is, I can pull
Alright,
you to the map. Feist is here. You've ended up somewhere around here on the actual northern coast.
Gotcha.
And you're moving away from Feist, which is basically across this river here. But he does follow along the coast. You can see that he actually makes various small talk. As he says, he doesn't ask you what brings you to the lake, but he does kind of insinuate that he would like to know, as he said every now and then says, hey, ain't seen many come to the north outside as a couple of sea elves and tritons lately. Certainly not a thrycreen. Haven't seen one of your type in almost 100 years, maybe 200 years.
I'm my lady's bidding.
Mantis Queen,
Brings me
yes.
Yes, lots of prophecy.
I should like to
Still-
know more about that. I trade in information, you understand?
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Well, if you'd like to hear the prophecy, I'd be more than happy to share what I know.
I heard about that prophecy nonsense from Gen.
Mine as well.
That I would be interested in. As I said, I do a fair trade, quid pro quo. You tell me something interesting and I'll tell you something interesting. How about that?
That's fair.
But you do... It's only about a mile away before you arrive at his quote-unquote shack. His shack is almost... It has beautiful, like, fluted marble columns that rise up to support what appears to be a marble dome that is painted. It's been basically painted gold. You can see there is, at the top of the dome, there's a large opening that lets light in as he leads you inside this beautiful marble building. And you can see, you almost expect for a second to see a huge hoard of treasure, but he doesn't have a hoard of treasure. He has books upon book upon book piled up into what is a dragon's hoard of information. As he goes and he, sort of, surprisingly enough, nestles himself within the books. And he says, I'm afraid I don't have much in the way of beds, I suppose you could say, but I reckon I could, arrange some books here for you to possibly comfort yourselves. I suppose I could conjure something. It's been a long time since anyone's come to talk to me. Damn shame, I think.
Oh. Can't stay that way forever.
Well, he arranges a couple areas in the books. You know, I will say you're smart enough to know these books are a dragon's hoard, and dragons don't take kindly to things being removed from their hoard.
Yep.
But
I tell everyone over the earpiece, don't
despite
remove
the fact that there
puppies.
is all sorts of information here, it would not be appreciated if it goes missing. That being said, Saul is welcoming, he's gracious, he does what he can to accommodate you. However, he actually seems, you can see as he sets, essentially goes into what appears to be a storage area, he rolls out a table, he says, I used to use this for meetings, but I ain't had a meeting in a long time now, even so. You can
I
fix
thought he
yourself
said
something to eat."
beatings.
On the other hand, I do see something interesting here, something I haven't seen in a long time. As he sort of looks over you, he turns to you, Ito. Haven't seen a symbol like that in
For the record, Colin, I am barely present. I would actually like to be able to listen to your recording of this. I have not been at my desk since I used lay on hands on the ring.
You have run into an ancient gold dragon named Sol Sanctus, who is currently he is an advisor to the Empire. Whenever they come and for a price. He likes information. He's got a dragon's hoard of basically books and things like that. He lives on the northern coast of Deepwater Lake, and he has taken an interest in you, Ito, specifically, as he says, the holy symbol on your neck. He says, I haven't seen that symbol in quite some time. Of course, whenever I knew him, he was just, well, Johann.
You knew him when he was alive, I suppose.
Oh yes, all this St. Cuthbert nonsense is just a little bit ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. Even so, I understand why he was venerated and such, and why he even ascended to his place at the side of Lothmater. I understand. At the end of the day, he was a shining beacon of duty and presence to the Empire. What do you know of him, exactly?
I've been learning as I go. I stumbled into one of his chapels, I suppose you could say. Or was it actually his crypt?
It was his actual crypt.
It was an actual crypt. I stumbled into his crypt and he...
Well, goddamn, I thought we'd hidden that pretty damn well.
I'm not saying I think I was supposed to find it. I'm saying that, we just kind of found our way there.
Well, he must have taken a shine into you. But he was, at the end of the day, man who believed in above all things duty to his empire and his family. Take with it as you will. But you do learn at the end of the day why maybe St. Cuthbert was drawn to you. St. Cuthbert's, at least in this setting, in this world, his idea of devotion to duty, essentially. Which probably resonates with Ito, I imagine.
Bit.
And yet at the same time, maybe at odds with the Green Lady. Maybe that's why it was set up that way. But he says, I knew him whenever he was just Johann. Of course, this was, God knows, 600 years ago. Hard to tell. Time passes very oddly for you mayflies. You die and you fucking live and then you die and...
Tommy, are you okay there?
You mayflies die so fast! But he sort of nods his head and sort of shrugs. The other one... that is even older than St. Cuthbert. My word, I haven't seen the tale of the Queen of Spring for nearly 1,300 years.
Ooh. I regret to mention that despite the place of my birth, I know very little of her. Everything I thought I knew is not true, apparently.
Well, it's a sad story. If you'd like to hear it, sometimes I could tell you, although I must say the details on my end are surprisingly lacking. That is, let's just say that the goings-on of the Feywild and the Fey courts and their politics, well, sometimes they can even be obscure to someone like myself.
I've had a brief encounter with that.
If you had a brief encounter and survived, you should count yourself lucky. The Fae themselves are tricksters on the level of, well, ancient dragons. And he kind of smiles at that. But if you want to know more, if you want to know more about the War of the Cunning, you can ask him. If there's anything... The point of Sol Sanctus is he has access to a lot of information. If there's anything you want to ask him, ask him.
Who all is present?
I gotta walk this dog. She's like really.
Everyone
having a bad
except Venta and Henley. Although Henley is going to rapidly catch up with you, and Venta is staying behind because he is
Almost dead.
He was hurt pretty badly. Venta and Henley washed up actually close to Feist.
Is Klaus present?
Klaus left.
No, Klaus left.
Okay. He left. Okay.
Yes, he left
Colin,
with his
am I
family.
good to take the dog out real quick?
Yes, unless you have any. Well, if you have any questions to ask him, you can think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna compile my notes and think of stuff to actually ask him or offer him, if that's okay for next time.
I don't want to do next time. I want to know now.
God damn
I
it!
want to answer questions now while I'm still in a Dungeons and Dragons mood.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
sorry. I've basically been away for like the last 45 minutes.
Well, how about this? We'll start with someone who should have a pretty straightforward question. Ito, why don't you fucking ask him about the Green Lady?
Actually, I was gonna ask a different question first.
Well, ask him that question.
You mentioned that you're a. Are metallic dragons inherently good here?
Generally, yes.
Okay.
Like I said, you've read in the Encyclopedia Britannica, he has served as an advisor often for the royal family. That being said, he doesn't do it for free.
Sure. Can you tell us anything about the contents of the vault for the Von Richten family?
Ah! The vault of the Von Richten family. I suppose I could tell you a thing or two. Depends on what you're looking for.
Tommy, you took better notes than I do. The pool of water. I think it was a pool of red water. I can't recall its exact name.
Yeah, it was red.
Una memento. Off the top of my head, was it like the red iris or something?
That sounds right.
If not,
I am familiar with this pool. To tell you the truth, Quite honestly, you're not the first person to ask about that.
Can I ask who is?
Oh well. Long ago, one of the Von Richten family asked about it. I advised him heavily against using it unless it was an absolute necessity.
And that eventually led to his death, right?
It leads to everyone's death that uses it. That's the damn thing. It would lead to my death if I used it.
Where's its origin? What? Not the pool, but the that power.
Back.
What do you know about the hells, young man?
What do I know about the hells, Colin?
Make a religion check.
16.
You know they're not something to be trifled with.
Okay. Make a mental note. So, wait, hold on. My recollection of that day is fuzzy. Did Adelaide actually, like... we stopped her, right?
Nobody made a deal with the actual
Okay.
pool.
Okay.
Now you have essentially... Now, I don't... The thing about this pool is it does not cause you to die, per se, but it does essentially make an agreement with an very powerful devil, generally one of the Dukes of Hell, that they will aid you, and in return, when you die, they get your soul. Now, the thing is, they want you to die sooner rather than later, so oftentimes your death happens to come about in an untimely manner.
So are you saying that Lord Von Richten is enslaved by a devil?
Oh yes, Magden von Richter is enslaved by some devil somewhere. A sacrifice that he made at the end of the day for this empire. I suppose there's something admirable about it, and at the same time incredibly foolish. But sometimes, when the times are dire and something has to be done, and you truly believe that your life is worth less than the entirety of the empire, then those are sacrifices that you're willing to make.
Interesting. All right.
I mean, after all, yeah, he points to your holy symbol. It's like, I would expect if St. Cuthbert has come to you, understand something about duty to your family and your empire over just yourself.
Hang on. I'm gonna avoid asking the Green Lady question as long as I can.
You don't have to ask him it at all.
As someone who knew Saint Cuthbert and
Knew him as a man, not as a deity, I'm afraid.
sure, Johann, I think is the name.
Johann. He was a real asshole, but a pretty cool guy.
Sounds about right. Do you know anything about curses?
Well, I've known a curse or two in my day. Not cast on me or cast against someone, but I have read about them in my books.
Have you ever come across a curse of misfortune?
I mean, that's what most curses are at the end of the day.
No, the literal term. Inability to be fortunate.
Well, sure.
I am unfortunately so afflicted, and I'm not even sure where to begin.
Well, where to begin is what caused the curse and why you were cursed.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
I'll chime in. Ito, do you even have the slightest clue who or what cursed you?
Nope.
I mean, given some thought on my end, if you have not been paying attention, if the Green Lady is from the Feywild, and they are known for tricks and curses and hexes, just saying it would make sense to put 2 and 2 together and say that someone along the line pissed off the Green Lady and that's why you're here.
Oh, no, yeah, I put that together ages ago.
Well, then why are you beating around the bush? Just ask him whether he thinks the Green Lady cursed you or not.
I will say, there has been a very a way for Ito to find out if he wants to seek it out, because he's got this is how he learned about a possibility to find this out a long time ago. That is taking Kalam.
Yeah, I've been keeping my ears peeled for potential.
That being said, he knows that is, or everyone that you've learned generally throughout the course of this campaign, that is a tea that is native to the tribes that live in the Weird Sea.
Going off of Aruna, then I suppose I should ask, what can you tell me about my greatest of grandmothers?
I don't know what that means exactly.
I
The
am
greatest of grandmothers.
According to the mythology of my island, the Elderoy Hand of the South. I'm not sure if you are familiar. If you're not, I wouldn't be surprised. I am the descendant of the Green Lady. However, that has been called into question by myself on more than one occasion.
Well, as I said, I don't know too much about that. I can tell you a little bit about the Green Lady, however. Just little bits and pieces that I've heard from here and there. Specifically, the Green Lady herself is certainly not of this plane. Understandably, you've probably figured that out by now.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the War of the Cunning?
Only in passing, primarily. I've heard of it. It's been spoken
I think
to
I've got
me.
an old book on that, as he sort of begins rummaging through his hoard.
I can't wait for Colin to give me another document that I won't read for 4 weeks.
I'll
I wanna read
I'll
it
just
too.
tell you what's in it.
No, you can send it to me. I'll read it.
But he pulls out a very old book. And obviously, well, there's also not much point in me giving to you because he will not give it to you. He doesn't part with these books. The War of the Cunning. The war between, wow, the Queen of Witches, the Spring Court. The Queen of Witches, of course, Mother of Hags. She herself. Deposed the Green Lady, I suppose you would call her. And, it seems that, ordered her to be executed. In fact, cursed her so she would never be fruitful.
Just to clarify, the Queen of the Green Lady,
The Queen of Spring
executed.
was the Green
Sorry,
Lady.
the Queen of Spring. Sorry, I don't
The
know.
Queen, the Mother of Witches, deposed the Queen of Spring
And cursed her.
and cursed her to never be fruitful, ordered her execution, but it seems like she managed to escape.
Okay. Does the Queen of Witches, the Mother of Hags, still live?
Well, I imagine so. Fae are kind of like that. They don't really die unless they're killed on the Feywild. I probably would have heard about some sort of large sort of deposition of a ruler.
Well, thank you.
Happy to share what little bits of knowledge that I know.
Feeding's done. I thought of questions for you.
I mean, if you want to ask them, ask them.
Alright, you've made it clear you don't know a bunch about the Feywild, but
It's not
you
my
know-
particular purview of expertise.
would you happen to know much about a Gloom Sacrament?
Well, that is a rather dark subject. Why would you want to know about the Gloom Sacrament?
Well, family business, more or less. Sisters caught up in becoming Umbral Queen, I believe they said.
You don't want anything to do with that.
Well, unfortunately for us both.
I got bad news for you, Bucko.
Unfortunately for us both in that circumstance, you heard the prophecy, and I believe one of those weapons is in the hand of the Moonlit King, or more specifically the Umbral Queen, my sister, so it's going to come to a head eventually, so I would very much like to know about that.
Well, if your sister has undertaken the Gloom Sacrament, then unless she has had a child, she has not completed it.
So you're saying the child is of more importance that she would have than herself?
It is a dark sacrament for a reason. The final of them, to bear a child in bloody starlight.
That's bad. Okay. So I know for sure, Colin, the first ritual was
To
when we
bathe in
caught
black moonlight, yes.
which caught them in the woods.
Yep.
Was the marriage part of that? Because I don't think they ever said anything. Because I don't remember. Because we saw the scene where they came out on their thrones and everything, and she was given the weapon.
The marriage part of it? You don't know.
Yeah, okay. I figured it was I don't know situation. Well, if it's information you need or something interesting to tell you, I can come up with something. Or if you willingly give me the information, that would also be phenomenal. I need to know the steps.
A trade for a trade. I am, after all, here to enjoy. After all. I'm a purveyor of information and like to gain something in return. I think I've been rather forthcoming, all things considered.
That's true.
We are truly thankful.
I'll tell you what, from now on, trade for quid pro quo. You give me some interesting information, and I will give you interesting information.
Interesting information that a cold dragon would not have.
Would you like to know the second stage of the Umbral Sacrament, the Gloom Sacrament? We've got moon. We've got starlight. Maybe you'll figure it out for yourself.
Entirely fair. I'm actually gonna have to legitimately think, Colin. Because he knows the prophecy, so we can't wager the prophecy, right?
He is familiar
Yes.
with Gen, so there's a
Okay.
reasonable chance he's figured it out. Or
Okay.
knows it. You can even
So
ask him
he-
questions about the prophecy, and he can tell you what you think.
I was gonna ask, does he keep in touch with worldly events?
He does not. Not super
Nope.
closely.
Perhaps we should start by telling him that parts of the prophecy have already occurred.
Might be interesting to him.
Let him hurt.
The reality is a army washing over him is not such a incredibly big deal. He can really take care of himself even against an army.
Do you know much about?
I will say,
Sorry,
about
go ahead.
in case Rick wants to ask anything about this time, Henley. probably tracks down everyone. He rolled real bad on a survival check, so it took a while to catch up with everyone, but eventually Henley does catch onto their trail on the northern coast and catches up with them. Once he catches onto that initial trail, it's pretty easy to follow them. They don't try to hide their sort of footfalls or anything like that. So if Henley has anything he wants to ask an ancient gold dragon, it's an opportunity to ask him questions, but he demands a trade, essentially, at this point.
In that case, I will ask him, do you know much about the people of Black Everfrost?
That is a little bit of blind spot myself. You see, I know I have learned many things. Unfortunately, that is a little bit of a blind spot because the people that tell me things don't know much about them.
Okay. If you want me
Oh,
to,
damn.
Colin, I can try to or like bring up this whole situation. But I'd like to specifically tell him about the passing of like the magic users, like the lady and Gossamer that we saw,
I'm afraid
and how that came to be. Or
that,
does he already know that?
that is one of the things I had marked down for something he would not know specifically about the Arcane, because that's something at this point only the Redeemer really knows, technically, and
Okay.
now you know.
But I will offer that for as much information as will get me about the Gloom Sacrament.
To bathe in black moonlight is the first steps. To birth in red starlight, final step. To dance in black sunlight is the second.
The solar eclipse.
I can only surmise as much. There's not much in my head that I can think of that would be black sunlight.
I would like to ask something.
Yeah.
Henley caught up with you.
Hey kid, how's it going?
Well, that depends. You can ask something if you can offer me information in return.
Well, what do you want to know about?
Anything obscure, unusual, interesting, maybe things I wouldn't know from my home here on the northern coast. The farther away you are, or the farther away the information is, the more interesting I find it.
There was a town plagued by a black shadow line, and I slew it.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know much about this black shadow line. What exactly are its details?
Well, it was big and had a mane, and it could teleport, right? It was like
Yeah,
it was like a blink dog.
sounds somewhat fey to me. Fey is
Yeah.
a little bit unusual to me. Did it have a name?
Oh shit! I think it did. Or no, I don't think he gave me a name, Colin. I think he just called it a shadow.
It's a shadow lion.
Yeah, I think he just called it a shadow lion. No, I don't believe it had a name.
I could perhaps add it to my bestiary. You think it was a fey or a shadowfell creature, or?
It was probably a shadowfell creature the way it moved.
Interesting.
Because it seemed to
indeed.
be made of shadow. It didn't really seem to be physical, like a blink dog, which is a fae.
Well, I'll add it to my notes.
There was also a blood crab on another shore. I
Well,
also
I've heard
killed
about
that.
I've heard
Oh,
about
okay.
things like that. That is a creature of the material plane. Still good for you. They're certainly not pushovers. Even so, if you have a question, I suppose I might answer it.
What can you tell me about the wild hunt?
The Wild Hunt. Oh boy. That is another thing that is a little bit outside of my area of expertise because they are not of the material plane. I'm not surprised you were able to deal with something of the Shadowfell considering your dealings with the Wild Hunt. What are they exactly? I don't think anybody except the Wild Hunt really knows. But they are a unusual force. From what I can tell, they seek out particularly capable and proficient hunters on this plane. I've heard that they'll curse them, drawing them into their own hunt, essentially.
Is that good or bad though? Because my people view it as good, but if it's bad,
Well, it depends. From what I can tell, they don't exist on the material plane. Do you like being on the material plane?
yes, but I don't. But it's an afterlife.
That sounded vaguely threatening.
So I don't know if it's a good afterlife. Is a way I can put it.
Well, afterlife may be very well what you get. Everything I ever heard was the Wild Hunt sending men and women ultimately to usually their deaths, hunting worse and worse and stronger game.
Well, that about sums up what I've been doing.
Well, I suppose at the end of the day, you can't exactly walk away from it, from what I hear.
They bound me to a spirit of a boar I slew. Do you know if there's a way I can communicate with it, or like cohabitate with it, or what it means?
I imagine it was not a creature of this plane.
No, it was like a ghost boar when I fought it.
Generally, things that are killed on this plane that are not of this plane, when they are killed, return to their plane of existence naturally. Kill a genie, it goes, or a djinn, it goes to the elemental plane of air. Mareed, elemental plane of water. A devil goes to the hells. I imagine to actually get any sort of audience with this boar, you'd have to go to whatever plane that it hails from.
So the astral plane.
Potentially, yes.
Alright.
I'm afraid that is likely the only way you get an audience with it.
I have a question for Henley.
What do you got to trade?
He pulls down his pants.
I only
I think
barter in large
by
objects.
definition of Ito's curse, it would only end in disappointment.
Like I said, I only barter with large objects.
Do you want to go to the astral plane? Not like, not right now, but like, that's a thing.
Now, if you do go...
Do I want you to guide me there? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking, do you want to go to the astral plane?
At some point, maybe.
Okay.
I must
Think you
insist, you be wise and be careful on the astral plane. It is a devious and dangerous place. I myself have been there a time or two, but mostly only to the city of doors, I'm afraid, where I've done a fair bit of trade in there.
Well, sounds like we gotta go there.
Oh my god, a room of doors where mercy is feared is greatly his pain? Who
Indeed.
knows? Prophecy.
Imagination.
Actually, Colin, I have a session 0 question actually that I don't think anyone's ever asked. Is the Draconic alphabet known? Because it is in the Encyclopedia Draconic.
Yes,
And you said-
yes. It can be written in and that stuff.
My question is, like, does that mean that Draconic is a known language?
Yes,
Like,
Draconic is a language that is known to exist.
no, but like, if I remember correctly, the encyclopedia you said we all had access to. It's all knowledge we would have, right?
Yes, it's all knowledge you would have, and you can learn to speak Draconic in half the time with a fraction of the cost of learning a language. You didn't
Got it.
know it.
Okay. Okay, I was just wondering. I mean, shit, do we want to just pump this guy for info on the prophecy?
I mean, do you have infinite information that he'll want to trade?
Not infinite, but he said he doesn't really keep up with world events. I'm sure we could fill him in. If he has as many books as he claims, I'm sure one of them is a history or a record of things.
I mean, or you can just ask him if he wants to see Ito's ping pong ball trick.
I was gonna ask. Do you have any kalam?
I'm afraid not.
I imagine it doesn't affect you.
Not something I've come across or even tried. Dragons don't have past lives quite like that, I'm afraid.
We could tell him about Bismarck.
Well, just real quick on a separate arena tangent. Is it free of information, and are you well enough versed when it comes to these things? Do you know when the next eclipse is, by chance?
Well, what do you have to trade me for that information?
Oh, goodness. What do I have to trade?
Do you collect items?
I am a purveyor of information for the most part, but if an item was... I don't necessarily look for items that are valuable, I look for things that are... interesting.
Information for...
I also trade for DVDs of the movie Ready Player One.
That's...
I love that movie.
Do you?
I do. It's the best movie that was ever created. I love all of the
Damn.
references to 1980s and onwards.
And you'll love their new
Well-
one, Ready Player 2.
All I've got is a VHS copy of Dirty Dancing. Will that do?
I mean, I love Jennifer Grey. You like that part where Patrick Swayze gives her the lift?
It works every time.
Every time.
Right.
Is that the one No One Puts Baby in a Corner?
No One Puts Baby in a Corner. It's got Jerry Orbach in it.
Jesus Christ, Lou, go see a goddamn movie.
I feel like trading information for solar eclipse when I have Elakul and Madame Vechna at my disposal seems like a really dumb trade.
Truth be told, Aruna, do we know what the red starlight is?
Well,
I feel like the dark sunlight's relatively obvious, but what the hell causes red starlight?
okay. Well, you see, I didn't want to really put all the brain power into that because that seems like worst case scenario, so I prefer to stop them at the black sunlight part, so I'm trying to figure that out first.
Yeah, but, you know, this is Colin.
Who's calling? Ito?
Oh, that's fair.
Maybe we can...
I mean, I'm tapped. I don't
Black
really know.
moonlight, black sunlight, red starlight.
Yep, not good. But I mean, the other obvious question for him is, we've pretty much put a weapon of prophecy into the hands of someone who is presumably our ally, but we're still missing a bunch
Like an
of
ally
them.
with an asterisk. next to it.
I
Yes.
you will level up today, so.
Yeah. But the question is, do we want to ask information specifically about the prophecy or about the weapons we're trying to get? Or would they go hand in hand? Like, would that be the
I
same
mean-
pertinent information?
I do have a list of things, a list of a couple things you could tell him that would would interest him, but he does know a lot, so.
Okay, here's a question, I guess. Has anybody tried to gather up these items before? Are there any predecessors, precursors?
Nobody knew about the prophecy before, not except for a sparse few.
It seems odd to me that it was never undertaken by anyone, even if it was a small amount.
Alright.
I knew it from Gen, and Gen knew it from Magden, and the royal family kind of knew it in some way, but for the most part, it wasn't believed to be actually true. And even if
You know
it
how
was
they
true, it was unknown.
Okay.
Let's try that. Do you know how they put a stop to the Everfrost King before?
I mean,
Don't we know that? I thought we knew that.
No, what we know is that they went to the Everfrost place. They came back and they won.
They beat his ass.
that is a secret that went to the grave with Edward von Richten. Never told
Okay.
anyone. In fact, if we brought up exactly what happened, well, let's just say he killed more than one man that dared question him about it. Did
It was
not
the
like
power
to
of
talk about
friendship.
it.
It was friendship.
Okay.
You'd have to find a way to ask him personally.
All right.
Power
So,
of gay friendship.
wait. Metagamey discussion here, gents, for questions. I think something that's really important that we're not going on is Magden used the pool, correct? Yes.
Yes.
He
That-
did, yes.
Magden
That is what
used
I
the
asked.
pool.
He is
Yeah,
in the clutches of the devil. Yeah.
Yes, Magden used the pool. Did not deliver the prophecy till post pool, correct? And we know pool is associated with devil.
Yes.
And we do not know who pumped Magden with the prophecy in the first place.
Not necessarily, although you do know that his family is prone to prophecy, and those prophecies
Yes.
come from Lothmater.
Which the prophecies are coming true in Lothmater, but so the prophecy was delivered post devil though, right?
Yes.
Like the pool interaction.
Yes.
That's suspicious if you ask me, but that's a personal thing. Okay, I didn't know the Lothmater thing.
I also
Actually.
That's the whole point of the blessings of the forge, the prophecy of ice and
okay.
iron.
I for some reason don't have that written down specifically Lothmater, but that makes sense.
Lothmater is the god that the Lothmater, the bleeding sun, the god that generally the royal family follows. It was said to have given the first blessing of iron to the family, that sort of thing. All the blessings essentially, because it gave the blessing of iron, the blessing of steel, too.
Okay. Well, that ends my train of thought. I was just wondering if that would have something to do with it, or something that would be useful.
Why don't y'all look like y'all have seen the death of you over the past day? Why don't y'all bed down and have a rest where you can, and we'll talk more in the morning. How about that?
Fair enough.
I can send messages on to Feist and see if we can get your people up here to help you out. Is that fair?
It's fair.
Alright. But he'll, as best as he can, because he doesn't really have beds for anyone, but he'll try to make it as comfortable as possible for you. As he will, he offers what food he can, which is not particularly impressive, but it's mostly dried goods. And he'll allow you to rest, and you can take a long rest, and I'll let y'all think about what other questions you want to ask him next week, and what information you can trade for that. And we'll pick it up next time with what information you can gather.